Yeah.
And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Isyour6covered. Appreciate you showing up. We are going to have some fun tonight. We got guest Andrew, a gun guy, is there with us to help me out tonight. Have some fun, try to motivate me. I'm being a pouty little biatch because I have to wake up at 3, which means basically I'm not going to go to sleep and head off to the airport for the last shift of the best job ever made. So,
Greatest job in the world, man.
it is.
Yeah.
It's good times. Well, welcome to the show, Andrew. I appreciate you showing up.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Happy New Year.
I'll be happy to say good riddance to 2020.
Yeah, I'm super excited for a new year, some new adventures, and I don't know. I'm just thinking that, and I don't want to be a pessimistic, right? But I don't think with all this stuff going on, 2021 is going to be some magical year unless we can get back to normal, stop wearing the stupid mask, and just enjoy life how it used to be. So we shall see. But let's jump up here because I like to see who always gets first place because that's just what I do. Drew Bradley comes in first place. We got Steve Headley in second, Carrie Emery in third. Actually, Andrew Gun Guy in fourth. Fourth place. Ranger 10 millimeter. Papa's Place. Skulls out there, Drew Bradley, I said. 2A Refugee. Mississippi Buckeye. I did read that comment. Hopefully you get well soon, my friend. And who else do we have out there? Bob Smith. Cameron Fleet. Oh, he changed his name. He's got Fleet in there now. And we have Mississippi's out there, I already said. I saw X-Ring out there. DW, your pal Matt. How you doing, Matt? Car King. There's the X-Ring. Jerry Parker, Bob Smith. And so far, Pop's Quest is out there. And what else? Who else we got? Talking Rock, Robert Warren. Daniel God is my judge. Mano018. John Jeffries. Thomas is out there. And Joaquin Jack Nava. All right. Welcome to the show. Have some fun. I got by my middle name. There you go. Welcome to the show. I think some of the topics tonight are going to be, I can't remember who asked the question. I think it was Skull maybe talked about some bags. And Ray did comment really well. And this thing is really too large to show at this angle, but this was from Midway. This is a drag bag. And Andrew's got some pretty cool stories to talk about when it comes to this drag bag here. We were talking about it right before the show. And it was a good price. The problem with finding rifle cases for a PRS-style rifle with, an extended, 28-inch barrel kind of stuff and is finding a bag that fits. So I found that one. It's not my favorite bag in the world, but it works. It protects my rifle, and at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. What do you think, Andrew? Tell us this magic drag bag that you had.
Some years ago, and I mean years ago, and I was saying that the Ring would probably give a kidney to grab onto this one. This is an original. Before Eagle Industries was bought out. It's an Eagle Industries olive drab sniper's drag bag. Just like what you have.
But a
olive
real
drab, one. Yeah, a real one. And it was actually gifted to me. And it's in perfect condition. I've hardly used it. I've used it on a couple of hunting trips. But that's just from the car to the cabin. But it's in fantastic shape. When I finally get my act together and I get into this PRS thing, which I promise to do, I'm more of a close range AR match guy, IDPA style or ASI style match shooter. I'm going to get into the PRS stuff, and it'll come in handy. I'll break it out and I'll use it for that. But it's a neat bag. I've been offered a few bucks for it. I won't part with it.
That's right. It's like, no, I only take kidneys and arms.
Exactly.
Now tell us a little bit more about what style shooting? A what?
ASI.
What is that?
It's an indoor league. American Shooting Institute, I think the abbreviation is. I shoot ASI League. I shoot up in just north of here. I don't love shooting indoors. Okay, for a number of different reasons. I used to shoot a lot outdoors. I did a lot of 3-gun stuff back in the day. We're talking 15 years ago. When I lived in Minnesota. I shot in the DPMS Tri-Gun Nationals a bunch of times. I actually, my biggest claim to fame was I got my absolute ass handed to me by Jerry Mikulik, who was shooting in my relay at the DPMS Tri-Gun Nationals in 2004. So that was a lot of fun, getting my ass tanned by Jerry.
Well, that's you know what? That's okay. You can put that on your resume of shooting. I got my ass handed to me by Jerry. Jerry's the man, the myth, the guy.
Oh yeah.
Even with I don't know what his age is as of right now, but
I think he's about 60. I think he's about 63, 64 years old.
Yeah, he is a strong shooter. Great guy. I had a chance to meet him on the multi-gun nationals in Florida last year. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, he really is a cool cat. He was very supportive of me. You know, I was incredibly intimidated when I pulled up to shoot in the relay with this guy. I saw him in my relay when we all pulled together, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I wasn't against. We were in different categories, so I wasn't shooting against Jerry. I was shooting just in the same relay, but it was hellaciously intimidating. He was actually very encouraging, very supportive, and just a super nice guy. He's cocky, but you know he can walk the walk, so he can do whatever he wants, right?
He can back it up. He
exactly
holds many things. Mr. Rob Turbo has entered the chat. I would like to welcome him and give him a happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year.
Nice to meet you, Rob.
Good to meet you, gun guy.
Yeah, that's Andrew. Rob, Andrew.
So anyhow, let me carry on a little bit. Let me carry on a little bit about ASI. ASI is it's a league shoot. You sign up through Practice Score. ASI puts on matches. They do IDPA style matches with handgun, and they do indoor carbine matches. And sometimes they do 2-gun matches. A lot of fun. Everything's very limited to the indoor footprint. So it's a good way of shooting with a bunch of guys. And for me, it's convenient. It's close. We shoot 2 matches a month. I shoot a handgun match and I shoot a carbine match. Since COVID has happened, obviously, they have not been able to host any ASI matches. And now with the ammo shortage, a lot of people won't be able to shoot in them either. So Lord only knows when the next time I'm going to be able to shoot in a match is going to be. I do shoot at the Quantico Rifle Club, Quantico Sportsman's Club at Quantico Marine Corps Base down in Stafford, Virginia, Quantico Base. I'm a member of the Quantico Sportsman's Club down there, and they shoot all sorts of different disciplines down there. I have not shot any matches there yet, but I will. I will this year. It'll be a lot of fun.
Simon wants to know what everybody's drinking tonight. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what I'm drinking tonight.
You're drinking sweet tea because you have to be on a plane at, what, 3?
I got to leave out of here at 3, but yeah, 2-hour drive.
I'm drinking Captain Morgan and Coke Zero.
Well,
to everybody watching and to everybody that just showed up, cheers from Bojangles Legendary Iced Tea. Want to thank my Silver Fox for supplying me with the batch of Bojangles sweet tea for the day.
Very good.
Yep.
Well, I'd like to thank my Keurig machine for the nice cup of coffee that I'm having right now.
Coffee.
I'm having a cup of coffee. I'm not
with whiskey in it or what?
No, not tonight. I've got all sorts of whiskey here. I got my bar cart right over here in my downstairs area, so I can grab whatever I like. I've got all sorts of things.
Is that decaf coffee or the real deal?
Full strength, high test.
So you plan on staying up with the rest of us?
You're gonna be up a while.
That's the only thing keeping me alive right now. If I stop drinking coffee, I'm passing out. That's just the way it goes.
Now, if you guys don't know who Rob Turbo is, his YouTube channel is Pop's Quest. He's been on he's been on a very stringent diet. He's kind of cut off because he's lost a lot of weight. But he when I first met Rob, he was right now he's half the man I know. I used to know basically.
Good for you.
And but with that said, he goes to bed super early, wakes up super early, and does this. So my question is, are you actually going to wait to see what 1201 looks like, Mr. Rob Turbo?
I mean, there's really no reason to. I don't have to wake up in the morning, so I figured I'd hang out and see who was on tonight, and lo and behold, like always, and there you are.
That's it. I could be sitting at my house by myself, bored as hell, waiting to get on an airplane, or I could actually just get to hang out with all my great friends out there in the YouTube world. So I decided to do that, and there's 58 people that are hanging out with us, so that's cool. I appreciate everybody showing up. It's
Yeah,
I do have headphones on. I said I'd never wear these damn things, but if you have more than one person on, there's a bunch of reverb and the speakers, so I can hear what they're saying. But now you guys are hearing it twice, so I'm taking one for the team. So I am wearing these stupid ass headphones.
Well, they look great on you.
Well, and you can't even see them really because of the black screen. So I figured, oh yeah, I could paint some little ears in front of them. And then it just looked like that's part of the backdrop. Joaquin Jack Nava says, hit the thumbs up button. So I appreciate it. I don't know how many we have. I know we got 54 people watching, which is awesome for a New Year's night. But welcome to the show, everyone. And
yeah, Daniel, I forgot to thumbs it down before I clicked off the YouTube video part. I will come in and thumbs it down later. I promise.
Yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs down button. I'm only kidding. Rob does it, and I know he shows up. And then I got 3 other asshats that do it. I don't know who those guys are, but
all in love, man. All in love.
All in love. It could be all love, you know.
It keeps you not getting a big head. You know, I can't ever show up to a buddy's video with 100 thumbs up and not thumbs it down. I just can't let that happen.
I totally understand your concern, Rob. So you're saving the planet. That's right.
One thumbs down at a time. Yep.
Well, I think we should talk a little bit about shotguns tonight. I know Rob got a brand new Dissonant. Is that how you say it? Dissonant
Arms, yeah.
Dissonant Arms. The thing that looks like a spaceship on steroids. The thing is badass. And it is mag fed. How many does it hold?
Man, they make 10s, 12s, and 20s for that thing. And it, I bought it just to go to nationals with you guys. And I swear to God, it was worth every penny. I had so much fun with that shotgun. It was ridiculous.
It was fun just watching you freaking go to town on that thing.
Shotguns are where it's at, man.
What's funny is the mag on. I'm not exaggerating, Rob. It's about that long, huh?
Yeah, it's like an elephant.
It's probably 2.5 feet, 2 feet long, and his spare one hangs off the back of his pocket like he has like this mag holder. So when he's running around, there's just like shit swinging all over the place.
So what you're telling us here is your shotgun's hung like a walrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, an older one too.
There you go.
Yeah. If it was a sack, it'd be a 98-year-old with a very hot day out in the Bahamas for sure.
Mm-hmm. Or a hot date.
There you go.
Well, my accountant accused me of investing too much money in my shooting team, and I told him it was just a good business decision, that I needed the write-offs and the advertisement and so on. And he was a little miffed, but he sent it, so I did an investment.
That's right. Rob's got that famous Pop's Quest shooting team that he supplies ammo and equipment to. So, yeah, got to give him kudos for that, for sure.
Gotta do what you got to do.
All right. So, Andrew, what's your favorite shotty of the
Beretta 1301.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it if we're not familiar.
Beretta 1301's a gas-operated shotgun. Uses the blink gas system. Beretta proprietary rotating bolt. It's a standard combat shotgun. I shoot it with an 18-inch barrel. I shoot a tactical shotgun, and I've taught tactical shotgun for a number of years. It's just a fantastic gun, all around, light recoiling, very fast operation, simple to operate. It does have a couple little quirks to it that you need to be aware of when you're running a Beretta 1301. There's a little built-in fumble with the bolt release, and it's got a shell advance on it that you have to be a little bit careful of. There's a little adapter that you have to put on there to keep yourself from double feeding the load tray. That can be a real big problem. Other than that, it's just a fantastic all-around shotgun. Anybody looking for something that's fast, quick, light, very lightweight. Gun only weighs 6 pounds empty. Very lightweight. So it's one of those things that if you want a good all-around shotgun, that's definitely a way to go. They make it in a competition variant now for specifically for 3-gun with a little bit longer barrel, choke tubes. You can put extended magazines on it. You can do anything you want with it. Just a fantastic all-around shotgun. I love shotguns. Shotguns are my favorite tool, period, full stop. Just love shotguns.
All right. How about Rob? What's your favorite shotgun? Because you've had a chance to shoot the Stoger. You've had a chance to shoot the Benellis. Now you got that crazy-ass rocket ship. What's your go-to shotgun?
It's really hard to beat the M2, but I reacquired an M4, the Benelli M4, a few months ago, and I'm really, really happy with that. It's short, but still high capacity, and it's so durable, heavy. It's just ready to smash doors in if you need it to. I mean, it's just a fun shotgun, and it's a workhorse. So I'll go with that one. I mean, it's kind of hard to look in the safe and not go, yep, I'll take that. It's the one.
I'm gonna definitely play with this tonight. Now, is that I can't remember. Does the M4 have the 2 pins that hold the back of the stock that's adjustable?
Well, I don't know about the stock, but it's the dual piston version. Basically, I think the systems is kind of like an M2, but it's like a dual system that makes it very, very reliable. I want to say it was the Marines that officially made that their shotgun, and maybe some other branches. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the Marine Corps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, love those Marines. Always coming up.
I figure if it's good enough for the Marine, we put them fuckers right in front of everybody usually, so it's good enough for me.
If a Marine can't break it or get it pregnant, I think we're in good shape.
So you got that going for you, Rob.
Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
It's probably better you did. No. Now, how many of you guys have actually done any sporting clay, trap, skeet, 5-span, like not on the tactical end of things, but more on the fun? Not that tactical shooting can't be fun, but more of a sport kind of deal. Anybody?
Yeah, I've shot some sporting clays before and some trap. It doesn't really float my boat. I've done it a bunch of times. It's kind of fun, but it's not something that I would go all in on. I don't find it very exciting, but a lot of guys really love it, and I think it's great.
Gotcha. How about you?
The first time I got it was for a bachelor party. So, the minute we broke the shotguns out, we broke the case of beer out, and we just drove through the woods, and we were just basically having a good time. So to me, it was a lot of fun. But then, I saw some guys, and you as well, but I eventually saw some guys doing it really, really fast and really good. And I was like, holy shit, we weren't really doing anything. It was like just kind of playing around. So for me, it's fun, but I've never done it competitively. So You know me, I typically go balls deep into competitive shit when I get into it. I've just never got into it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the new voodoo to get ordered before we even start down this adventure. No,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a great time. For some of you guys that may be new to the channel, Rob Turbo and I are gonna go shoot a match with quite a few friends, but we are going to shoot a 22 long rifle match out to 500 yards. So that should be fun. Rob's borrowing my rifle and gear, and we're gonna go kick ass, take names, and
I'll volunteer to go first again.
you're gonna have fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the smile on your face. It's gonna be amazing.
I think just shooting that rifle is gonna be what is the most fun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ever since you told me about that gun, I started watching some videos and yours, of course. But I was like, man, this is a badass rifle. And then, of course, I took a couple of my 22s out to my farm, and I can shoot out to 300. And I just was like, how the hell are these guys even doing this? You know? And so I'm just really curious. I'm super curious.
How'd you do? I want to know that.
No, I mean, dude, I wasn't even hitting. Like, I was having these 2/3 IDPA style plates out at the longest one I was able to shoot that day was 150. I couldn't even hit the 250, like they were just going off in the woods somewhere. These are big steels.
Yeah.
And so I started to aim at the top of the 150, and it was hitting like 9 inches low when it was zeroed at 100. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's dropping like 9 inches in 50 yards. How are these fucking people shooting out to 500 yards? I mean, you got to be aiming at the clouds, you know?
Yeah, pretty much are. They come in like mortar shells, like, boom.
Unreal.
No, you're going to have fun because you'll have it easy because I'll have all the data for you. You just you dial whatever that piece of data card says on that target, and then you just pull the trigger and hopefully you hit the thing.
That's all I'm gonna do. I can't say anything else.
That's it. Ortiz, Happy New Year. Doug B. Who else is new that showed up to the channel? I saw a few names. Abigail's out there. Red October. And Commonwealth Minuteman, Lynn Holt.
Saw Bad Billy coming here, I think.
Oh, there he is right there. Bad Billy 429. He picked up a CZ 457. It's on order right now. Lynn Holt's out there. I think I got everybody so far. Welcome, welcome. Hit the thumbs up button. Doug B's out there. Rob in PA. No, Rob is in he's in the Carolinas.
I'm in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Nice place. Commonwealth Minuteman put up an interesting comment. He says he loves the Model 37.
Let's see if I can find. Oh, right there. Not familiar with that. I was always a big over-under guy. I always shot over-under. That was my favorite for shooting competitions for sporting clay.
Shaggy.
What do you say?
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
He thinks we were remiss in not saying hello. Hey, Shaggy, how you doing?
The Shaggy Rifleman is out there.
That's right.
Everybody say Happy New Year to Shaggy Rifleman.
Well,
Shaggy, what is up, Shaggy?
Oh, Ramsey Country's out there too as well.
You bet.
Doug B. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm glad everybody's showing up. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Way better than sitting at the house doing nothing, twiddling my thumbs till 3 a.m. So it's going to be fun.
Well, it's interesting. Somebody would bring up the Model 37. You know, if we want to talk about guns, I'm going to talk about that for a quick second.
Yeah, why don't you tell us what the hell a 37 is? Who makes it?
Well, it was an old. It's the old Ithaca Gun Company in Ithaca, New York, near Ithaca, near Cortland and Ithaca, New York. The Model 37 was a bottom-eject John Moses Browning designed shotgun. It was I grew up in upstate New York. It was the quintessential pump action shotgun for many, many years. Bottom eject. The New York State Troopers use them. The Model 37 Road Blocker was the state police issue shotgun for many, many years. Very famous shotguns. Fantastic shotguns. If you've got an old Model 37, keep it, hold on to it. It's maybe not worth a fortune. It's worth intellectual fortune. It's just a cool old shotgun.
Bottom eject. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Bottom eject.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's some of the things with the lever actions. The depending on if you went like Ruger Marlin, how they ejected was kind of that was some selling points on that rifle as well.
I like those old guns. I think they're fun.
Yeah, they are fun, I guess.
John Browning. Has anybody seen a documentary on his life and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine. He was doing a podcast the other day, and he was talking about that. I've never seen that yet. I want to see that.
It's a podcast on what?
He was talking on the podcast about this documentary about John Browning, and I haven't seen it. I'd love to see it. I was just curious if anyone has ever seen it.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's interesting. My uncle, whom I learned guns from, I apprenticed with him for about 13 years. He was a master gunmaker de liege, my uncle Bernie, and he got a chance to go over to FN over in Belgium, in Herstal, and he got a chance to work in John Moses Browning's shop over there, and he just, it was an amazing experience for him. So that's really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, opportunity of a lifetime kind of thing.
Yeah, very cool.
So I've heard Abigail and Bad Billy talk about the slam fire on that Model 36.
Yeah, you got to watch out on that.
Yeah, you only got to watch out once, I guess.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Can.
Yeah. Well, Skull was issued a 37 for a duty gun in the 90s.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Damn.
Very cool.
Yeah. Like I always say,
no, don't load that right now.
it's all over but the shout until when the 12 gauge comes out. It's then we're getting serious.
I tell you what, the 12 gauge or any shotgun for that matter, well, most of them, is such a versatile tool. You can do so much with it.
I mean, just not speak of like barrel inserts and all this other crap, but all the ammo, all the versatile ammo. I mean, everything from like freaking flares to freaking, slugs, birds, buckshot, steel, crazy pellets and discs and all this shit. I mean, it is pretty incredible when you think about it. If you had to pick one thing, you'd kind of be silly not to pick a shotgun,
Well, when you go to the gun shows and you see like specialty rounds with like balls with wires connected to it, where like, it's kind of like, you can, bean bags, there's just tons of shit you can shoot out of a shotgun. Hell, you can reload your own and put damn crayons in it if you want. You know what I mean? It's like
Salt.
Salt. That would
Rock
be
salt.
That would be an assault, though. That'd be an assault shotgun if you did that.
My neighbor used to put dried peas. He used to put peas for practice loads, for short range practice loads for a shotgun. He used to reload his own shotgun shells. Go to the grocery store, buy a bag of split peas, pour them in there, close it up, done.
Huh.
Wow.
Yep. I saw, I guess, a guy during the last ammo shortage when he couldn't find slugs. He cut the top of the shotgun shell.
Cut shells.
And he put, it was either wax or epoxy, and he just made all the birdshot into one big slug, and that shit was devastating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
or,
they are.
Yeah. Or you can just do a cut shell, and you can do kind of the same idea, except sometimes you get things stuck in the barrel. It's not a good idea, but yeah, you can do that.
Oh, with a shotgun, you just keep shooting, and that shit eventually empties itself out, right?
Put the silverware in it. everything. It doesn't make any difference. Just dried okra seeds. Yeah, you got it. You can put anything you want in there. For pranks, we used to put feathers in them when we used to go bird hunting. We used to load some with feathers.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That would be kind of cool looking, actually.
Yeah, it's cool until the guy who gets it is on a pheasant and he pulls the gun up and he shoots feathers at the pheasant. Yeah. And he gets really pissed at you.
Which makes it even that much more funny.
Exactly.
See, I could see Rob doing that shit. Fact is, I know he would. He actually posted a video today. We thought this big, like, round glass was a bulletproof glass, right? So we were all, I think Tom O brought it, right, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, this is going to be cool because there's a ton of us. Well, there wasn't that many, but there's probably like, I don't know, 12 of us or so. And we're like, yeah, we're going to shoot the shit out of this damn thing and see how many rounds it takes to get through this bulletproof glass. And it was probably, I don't know, what would you say, 2 inches thick?
That shit was thick, dude. I don't remember, but it was thick. It was like a 2x4 thick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we're all, let's shoot this thing, see what happens. I don't remember what the first round was, like 9mm or something.
Yeah.
We're like, and we didn't know at the time that it went through, but we could see it, crack this glass stuff. And then we shot it with like a 40 or something. We kept going up, and come to find out, everything went through that stupid thing. It wasn't bulletproof, but it was fun.
Yeah, what was so funny was I come across that video today. I was like trying to empty my laptop, end of the year kind of crap, and I came across that video. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna go and post this up because it'd be good for old times, But man, that slug just ate that glass up.
Yeah, there's no messing around.
Yeah,
slugs do that. Slugs can do that for sure. Welcome to the show, TV.
It's like I tell everybody, man. It's like handguns are great and carbines are great. Why are you going to bring Barbie to the fight when you got Ken over there in the corner, the 12 gauge? Why are you bringing Barbie? 12 gauge with slugs ends all the discussion. And
it depends on where you live, though, because like around here, a 12 gauge would be an okay weapon, but
I'm talking about in your house.
Oh, gotcha.
In that kind of scenario, and you're absolutely right. What you use for whatever you're going to do depends on your situation. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. 57 in the chat, 36 likes. TB says, let's make TB happy by hitting that thumbs up button. If you haven't had a chance, get over there and hit that thumbs up button, you lazy bones. Shaggy Rifleman says it too.
Yes, I'll tell you all a quick story. This is kind of a funny and this is a crazy ass story. So I was trying to do a trick shot about a year ago, and I had a shotgun shell up on like a wooden target stand, and I was trying to shoot the back of the primer from about 7 yards away and detonate the shotgun shell. Well, I did that, and I was holding the pistol like this, and when I shot, I felt something come back and hit me right in that knuckle right there. And I was like, oh shit, like one of the pellets or something came back. Well, it turns out it was the primer cup, and those things, when they go off, they're really hot and they're sharp as hell. And it cut a perfectly circular hole in my knuckle, and the primer cup went all the way up my hand, and it was right about here. There's a big lump in my hand, and I didn't see it at first. I saw the hole, and I was bleeding, and then I looked up my hand, and I saw this big bump right here. I said, oh shit, whatever just went in my hand is like way up here, like under the skin, like way the hell up here. And so just instinctively, I took and I shoved that thing right back towards the hole, and I got it close, and then I pinched it, and it came out. And when it came out, it was the primer pocket.
Ouch.
I remember when that happened. I wasn't there, but I remember you showing me pictures of it. I was like, holy crap. We've had quite a few people. Roger, remember Roger being one of them?
Yeah. He got...
Yeah, right in his elbow. Yeah.
For like a month, he didn't even know it.
I know. We're like, you need to get that looked at. He's like, oh, it's just, what was he saying, scar tissue or some shit? We're like, no, that's a bullet. That's the bullet's still in your arm.
And he goes to the emergency room and they take an x-ray. You have some splaining to do.
Oh, they did
No,
actually.
no. At first, he sat down at work and had his buddy Tool Monkey dig at that shit with a fucking pocket knife.
Oh my God.
That's right. Yeah, he sure did. That is a true story.
The muscle tissue or the skin tissue had bonded to the copper jacket.
Yeah.
And it was locked in there. It wasn't coming out. So they had to surgically remove it, I guess.
Which was a lot of questioning at the hospital because it was a gunshot wound, right? And most people get shot at and have bullets in them. Something happened that shouldn't have happened, whether it was to your own dumb reasoning or maybe you're robbing a bank or something. So, yeah.
So many years ago, I was working for a company in Minneapolis, and we manufactured bullet-resistant glass. And I was shooting a demonstration, and all of the guys that were there for the demonstration wanted to make sure that the bullet-resistant... Oh, glass of wine. Very nice.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
So
Y'all
everybody,
just dance with us. Come on.
Bum, 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 bum. I'll dance on the 23rd. How's that?
Okay, cool.
All right.
Cheers.
I guess it'll be the 22nd, actually.
So anyhow, all the people that were watching the demonstration, they didn't believe that the glass, because the glass stopped a 9mm, they didn't believe it would stop a 45 because everybody has an impression that a 45 can penetrate more material. Long story, it doesn't. It just doesn't. And I put on my vest because I wore a vest most of the time for doing it and shooting demos. I put on my bullet-resistant vest. I took my 1911, and I was like, "Oh, this is just such a bad idea." And it really was a bad idea. Oh, that slug came right back at me and hit me square in the gut. And if I weren't wearing that vest, I probably would have gotten killed. True story.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, damn. If I hadn't stopped and put the vest on, you wouldn't be talking to me. It was a square center hit. It would have clipped my aorta. It would have just gone clean through me. It came off that glass probably with 2/3 of the velocity it went at it with, and it was already expanded when it came back. And it went into the vest.
It's like getting hit with a baseball bat, huh?
Well, it was like getting hit with a circular saw blade because it was flat when it came back, and when it hit the vest, it buried itself into the vest far enough we had to pull it out. It would have killed me. Would have absolutely killed me.
Man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we probably all, I know Rob does, especially since he raced motorcycles, but I don't even know why the three of us are here right now, honestly.
Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Just supposed to be for some reason.
Yeah, supposed to be. I'm not sure why yet, but maybe my calling was to have fun on YouTube. I don't know.
I thought for sure in '94 my chips were cashed in when I had a whole burning house come down on top of me. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that story.
That sucked.
Yeah, that's not a good day for sure.
No.
That would be a bad way to die, too.
Yeah. Unfortunately. I know I made it I still got 9 days, I guess. Hopefully I knock on wood.
Yeah, be careful, man. It always seems like at the last, you always hear these stories about dudes in the military that they got like 2 weeks to retirement and they end up, something crazy shit happens. So be careful.
Yeah, don't get any major paper cuts or anything pushing paper around that office in your last tour.
Hopefully that's the my biggest safety concern is paper cuts. Signing my retirement papers and not poking myself in the eye with a pen or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's still good. It's man, I really don't want to go. I'm really worried about the 6. If you want to know what's running around my head right now, I know that
what the hell are you worried about? You live far enough away. It's not going to be a problem for you.
I'm gonna. I know you're right at your front door, but
Exactly.
I'm just worried about the 6th. I don't know. I don't think it matters what direction we go. I don't even want to talk politics, but it is something that's in my head. I want to be 3,000 miles from. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere. No, I want to be 3,000 miles away from home. You know, with no. I mean, I have buddies that have rifles and pistols and stuff, but it's like I got to figure out a way to get from point A to point B, which happens to be 3,000 miles away. And if something sparks off or whatever, it's going to be a miserable adventure trying to get home for sure.
You're going to be fine. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to be too close, and you're going to be just fine.
You're basically.
What day does January 6th fall on? What day is that during the week? What is that?
I don't know.
That would be Wednesday of next week.
It's hump day. What could go wrong?
Oh, everything.
I've heard people talking about January 6th. I still don't. I just don't see where. I don't know. I know this is not what you want to talk about on this chat, so I'll just let it go. But I just don't see. I don't see what could. I think everyone's talking about doing shit. No one's going to do anything. I think it's going to be a whole lot of nothing.
Good. It'll be like Y2K then.
Yep.
I still have the canned goods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those things you might want to check the.
Ammo cans, dude.
Yeah, I put up a bunch of. I kind of got all my preps in order during the Great Recession of 2010, and all my shit's still put away. So I don't worry about that kind of stuff no more.
Yeah, it's good to feel good about it. All right. I'm going to give you guys a flashback into Rick world right there. Look at that shit.
The hell you doing?
I was doing homework.
Okay. Oh, you mean not in front of a computer doing homework, but
they didn't have computers back then.
Like paper and pencil and shit.
Yeah, like this weird shit. Like there's like this stick with lead in it. It was weird.
Simon is Rob a Southerner. Yeah, I'm a Southerner. I've lived in Charleston, South Carolina my whole life. I've never lived anywhere else. I don't care to live anywhere else. This
Beautiful town. So Charleston, South Carolina is fantastic town.
Yeah, I love it here. Like I said, this is home. It's the only place I've ever been.
A brother from another mother is a captain in the North Charleston Fire Department.
Okay.
And I go down and visit him from time to time, and I absolutely love Charleston. Love Charleston. Great.
Well, then
town.
you know the story of the Charleston Nine, then, right?
No, I'm
The nine.
I might.
Yeah,
I mean, look it up, man. It'll break your heart.
That was hold on, let me see if I get this right. We're still talking about the fire department.
Yep.
And we were talking about a furniture store that caught on fire, and we had lost 9 firefighters that night.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And you know what? Two really sad things that keep coming back to me, because I literally passed that on the way to work, and I passed it on the way home. And everything they could come. The only thing they could really figure out was that it was somebody that was outside that was smoking, that pitched a cigarette, and it worked its way, into the dumpster or what have you. And the dumpster was under an eave or something, and it set fire, and then it continued into the place. But the other thing was, those 9 firefighters were in there searching for people that weren't in there. There was no one in there. There was nobody in the store. Everyone left. And and they ran in that building thinking that there might be someone in there. I just don't. I don't know if it was bad intel or just, they just said, well, fuck, there might be someone in there. We got to go in there. And I mean, can you imagine? Obviously, you guys can imagine that, but I can't imagine that. It's just.
Well, yeah, and see, the person that calls 911 could say, I see somebody in there, or there could be reports of somebody in there. When we go into a structure fire, depending on what's going on, we do a primary and secondary search for victims. So it's kind of one thing we're looking for, but like it depends on you drive up to a house, it's 3:00 in the morning, you see baby toys out front and cars out front. Yeah. More than likely, there's probably going to be someone in there. So really going to do a really quick, fast, good primary search, and then secondary as well. But for some reason they went in there. You got to remember, it was a furniture store. Everything in that damn place was made of some polyurethane, propylenes, all your basically, solid state gases of some sort. And those fires get ripping quick, fast, and unfortunately, those guys didn't make it out of there. So
that's horrible.
There's new laws specific to mattress stores now, because mattresses apparently are more flammable than any other type of furniture because of the shit that's in them and what they're made of and stuff. And I guess a lot of mattresses nowadays are more foam than used to be, like just springs and covering, and now they're a lot of foam, and there's so much fuel in one small location. It's just the way they described it was that it just got so hot so fast that those guys they didn't have a chance. They had no chance.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple of close scrapes doing interior work on primary search ahead of the hose line, and there is nothing quite like a couch on fire in the corner of a room. That interface area, Rick, where you can still see. Yeah. It's so hot you can still see, and the smoke hasn't banked all the way down yet, and the heat it's just unbelievable. A lot of commercial fires. I've been in a lot of commercial fires, and you got to look back at what you were doing and say, what the hell was I thinking? But that's what we did. We just went in. It's what we did.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
It's just what we do.
There's a book out. Actually, Dusty Rhodes had sent me a little goodie bag about a year ago, and there's a book called I Won't Be Able to Rescue, But I'll Die Trying, something like that. And it's unfortunate. I mean, the biggest thing, Rob, like you were talking about with the mattresses, is in the 30s, 40s, 50s, everything was real natural fibers. Everything was cottons and natural-based materials. And as we got cheaper as Americans and wanted to pay less for what we wanted, and to, different stuff started coming out with different plastics and different foams and stuff like that, instead of like real cotton basically being the padding of the, and just metal springs and stuff. And yeah, the fires have definitely gotten hotter over the years, and our gear is way better now. And unfortunately, that actually hurts us because we're getting farther and deeper into the fires because we have such advancements in gear. Before, we didn't wear basically a Nomex hood, which when your ears got too hot, it would tell you to get the hell out of the room because you just couldn't take it anymore. Your ears
the turkey timer would go off. It's time to go.
The little thing would say you're done, and
exactly.
We started putting hoods on, and now we're getting better materials and stuff. And yeah, I think we've killed more firefighters now because we have better gear.
And the tactics have become much more aggressive too.
They have. I don't know. Everything's a science, and if you kind of go, before you could go in with the PW, spray it down with a little bit of water, close the door, and steam over, and the fire would go out. Now the fires are increasing in such temperatures and made of such different materials that it's not doing that. So It is what it is. But To Pistol Pete, yeah, typically, yeah, they do they have TIC thermal imaging cameras. Most agencies do that, and the prices are coming way down. So even they're even easier to get depending on if
Rick, do you remember in the day when you had the TIC in the box, the FLIR camera in the box, and the chief carried the TIC, and the chief would show up, and because it was a $75,000 piece of equipment, right? Yeah. And like one guy has the thermal imaging camera, and that was it.
And that's not the guy going in.
That's right, and that was only used on the outside of the house to check for extension and balloon frame structures, is what they used it for where I lived. In my district. So that was back in the day, but they've come a long way.
Oh, for sure. They're all little handheld guys now. And they even have some, basically it's like nods almost. You can click over, and we don't have anything that badass, but
BAE was working on something. British Aerospace and Engineering was working on integrating it with a HUD display inside your mask at one point.
Wow.
I don't know if they've done it yet or not. It was something that I saw. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. But still scary.
Yeah, Drew Bradley asked if they have fire retardant for foams these days. They really do. But the foam retardants that at least I'm aware of were made for like cigarette burns. So like that style heat source, it would catch a bed on fire. But now it made it so that it didn't continue on. It's kind of like the Nomex that we use. The stuff we actually wear when we go into a fire will burn. A lot of people think it's fireproof, and it's not fireproof. It's fire resistant. So it can catch on fire, but as soon as you get away from the flame, it'll self-extinguish. So
until you catch your tape on fire.
Yeah. Usually it's hot tar that comes from the roof that drips down your back, which is the magical. That's
awesome when that happens. Yeah. Or when somebody drops a Cave 1200 saw off the roof and it goes skidding off the roof and it hits you. That's kind of fun too.
That'll kill your ass.
Fuck yeah, it'll kill you. Right, quick, fast, and in a hurry, it'll kill you.
Yeah. But the most dangerous thing is actually responding to that call, which is the most dangerous thing.
If you don't get there in one piece, you don't do anybody any good.
Elster over at EP Integrations. Welcome to the show. This is the party tonight for all us. Have you ever been a fire jumper? No, smoke jumpers and helo repellers are, at least in the area that I do it, are a Forest Service thing. And I didn't work for the Forest Service. I worked for the state of California for 10 years. And then we did a lot of wildland and structure firefighting, along with all the other style calls. But no, never jumped out of a perfectly good. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll jump out of a perfectly good plane. I'm just kidding. I will be in a plane in a few hours, but no, never got a chance to do that.
Yep, I've done that once. I did that once. I was on the search and rescue team. We were up in the high peaks in the Adirondack Mountains looking for a guy who didn't want to be found. Okay. And the Forest Service, New York State Forestry, they took us in helicopters, and we had to rappel into an area to get inserted in. We had to hike our way back out. It was like 14 miles to do a search pattern in a certain area that they wanted us to do a ground search in and go out. They didn't have any birds with FLIR. So we were the birds with FLIR.
Yeah.
So we had to go in a flash. Well, we went in early in the morning, and it was in October. So it was like dark at 3:00 in the afternoon at about 18 degrees. It was pretty miserable, but I did rappel out of a perfectly good helicopter as a firefighter. Kind of fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I've been in helicopters for the fire service, but never worked. Actually, I helped out one time when I was working out in the desert. Now we're getting into some gruesome shit, but this guy, he sat on the side of the road with a gallon of gasoline and a milk jug, and he poured it on himself. And as soon as we pulled up, he lit himself on fire. And we actually Yeah, you'd be amazed at what's in my head. Unfortunately, we ended up flying him, and I actually got to go to, or not that I wanted to, but got transported with the airship. So that was many years ago, though.
Yeah, I bet you see that when you close your eyes some nights.
No, that one ain't that bad, actually.
Rick, did I tell you the story about me throwing my drive shaft up into my gas tank, going up the Cooper River Bridge, that big bridge in Charleston? That's a funny story. So I had this old truck, and the drive shaft come loose, and there was no protection for some reason, and the U-joint or something went up into the gas tank and got lodged. And I was going up the bridge. I was almost at the top, and the gas just started coming out. Full tank gas started coming out. And I got out of the truck, and of course, at some point in time, somebody called the cops, and then the cops called the fire department, and the fucking fire department got there. And I'm just standing there by the trunk, gas is draining out, and he's like, and and these guys are like, "Fuck, get back, get the fuck back." And I'm standing there, and so I kind of start following them, and I didn't realize it was a dangerous situation. They're like, well, if the truck moves and a spark, it could fucking blow up. And I'm like, wow, I never really thought about that. And so I'm thinking, man, this is going to cost me a fortune, because they're going to have to because not only was it draining all the way down the bridge, but it was going into the river.
Oh shit, that's a big bill. Yeah.
And so, it all drained and everything. And eventually they were like, well, we got to get a truck up there to drag you out of here. And but we got to get the after unlodged from the gas tank and everything. And I said, well, I'll go up there and I'll pull the thing out of there, and so the tow truck could drive it in there. And those fuckers let me do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for
it. And so I got up the truck, and it was covered in gas. There was still gas all over the ground and everything. And I kind of took a strap and hit from under the truck. Tow truck come and got it and everything. I was scared to death at the bill I was going to get for that. And I never got a bill. I never got a bill from anybody. If I did, I was just going to claim it on my insurance. I never got a thing. I was so grateful. I was like, man, this is going to end my life.
Well, I'm glad you made it through that. I think a lot of people, Andrew could probably speak to this, but from watching like Chips and like all these different movies and shit that you see, you'll see like the car's on fire for like 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden it just completely blows up, and there's like parts of the car over here, and and they just jump right at the right time. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, the car's on fire, I'm gonna run 20 feet this way and dive into nothing but the blacktop, and then it's gonna explode, kind of deal.
That's not how any of this works.
No,
that's not how any of this works.
It's amazing how everybody thinks when a car catches on fire, it's going to turn into this big IED or something. But no, there is things that'll kill you really fast, though, and it's like some of the things are depending on the vehicle. If that car's on fire, some cars have a plastic tank, gas tank. So what'll happen is it'll melt that, and then however many gallons are left in it will come out, and then it will roll. So like sometimes the firefighters will be fighting fire and the tank melts. It dispenses all of the gas, and then basically they could get engulfed into it. And then the other one is like the gas struts. Those turn into little rockets. Those will kill your ass pretty fast. The bumpers on the on cars, and like the the little things that hold the windows up and the hood up and all that shit. Those little things turn into arrows.
And the frickin' airbags. The frickin' airbag will throw you out of a car 15 feet.
Yeah.
Well, don't tires like throw rubber everywhere when the metal expands and all that?
Well, the tire will explode. Not explode meaning like we're thinking chip style. It just pops, boom, boom,
Oh.
or can. Not that it happens all the time, but yeah. The struts and stuff like that are what'll jack your ass up.
Remember chaining the bumpers?
The what?
Chaining the bumpers?
Chaining the bumpers?
Wrapping the chain around the bumper to keep it
ago.
from flying off? Yeah, that was a long time ago. Absolutely.
I haven't come across many electrical car fires. That's
No.
I mean, it happens, but I haven't. How many people die every year? Oh, too many people die every year. Oh, someone had asked, I think it was Simon, how many kittens I rescued. He put, ever save a kitten? And I thought it was kitchen. Yeah, I've saved lots of kittens. There's one cat, or maybe two, within 31 years. But one of them we blew out of a tree with the fire hose and had... and had the guys with the freaking salvage covers basically catch this thing. So, yeah, it's probably a good thing that YouTube was, everybody and their cell phones wasn't around back in the day. But yeah, that's how we got that cat out of that tree.
Well, you want to hear a good one, Rick?
Oh, yeah,
You're going to like this one.
I love hearing good ones.
We get called to a house one night. It was a snowstorm. I was back in upstate New York, and the people lit a fire in their fireplace, and they had the damper open. The house filled with smoke. They just couldn't get the flue to draft, and they thought they had a problem, so they called the fire department, right? So we had this guy, one of the ladder company guys. His name was Dimitri, right? Nice guy, great guy, good fireman. We set the ladder truck. We set truck 3 up, put it out full deflection, got it up over the top of the chimney, and he pulls the grate off the top of the chimney, which was askew anyways. It wasn't even on there good. He pulls it off, gets it out of the way, and he looks down there. Some bitch got attacked by a raccoon.
Oh.
He looks down there with a flashlight, and all you could hear him doing was screaming. Ah! Ah! The fucking raccoon comes out of the goddamn chimney, jumps in the bucket of the ladder truck with him, and he's jumping around in the ladder truck because the ladder truck is doing this shit. Oh my God. My
awesome.
World for a fucking video camera at that moment. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. We never let him get down. So at the annual banquet, when you screw up, you always get rewarded. So he got like 10 stuffed raccoons. So yeah, how that goes, right?
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, Drew Bradley's got one. I watched a guy get cut in half by a split rim truck tire. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, changing a split rim tire. Oh boy.
Yeah, and don't you do those inside of a cage? Isn't that like the
yeah, they forgot that part.
Yeah,
forgot to put the cage down when he was doing that. Yeah, that kind of happened.
Well, that's like the people that spray like starter fluid and shit to get that seal, the bee to catch. I've always looked at that just like, oh shit, this is why we stay in business.
Darwinism at its finest.
Yeah,
we had weeding out the stupid.
We had one guy weld a tank one time, and he was standing on top of it, and he's welding, and it boom blew his freaking legs off. That's unfortunate.
Well, we had a kid cleaning a fuel delivery truck on the inside, and he was in a suit with a respirator the whole 9 yards, and we don't know what happened. The truck exploded while he was inside. God only knows how it happened. They flushed the tank with water. They did everything the right way, and they had a vapor explosion inside the truck. And somehow he managed to fit through the opening and through the roof, and we found him like 400 yards away. There wasn't much of him. Yeah, it was really bad.
It's probably
really
like
bad.
Static or something. Man, that's an ugly call. I could just imagine.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
A buddy of mine works dump trucks, and sometimes dump truck up and do welding. I'm like, dude, be careful you don't like cut through a hydraulic line or something while that damn thing's up in the air. Because there was a story, and I don't know if it was true or not, and probably was. This guy was welding, and he cut a line, and it fucking cut his hands or arms off, and because the thing come down and just cut him off.
Look, man, it's happened. I've seen it happen, but the guy didn't lose his hands. He got crushed. He got killed.
Okay.
So whenever you're working on anything like that, prop that thing up with a 6x6 or something like that. Make sure to take care of it, man. Yeah, we're grossing people out. We got to change the subject. I mean, we could sit here and tell war stories all night long, Rick.
That's true. That is true. 31 years. I just keep shaking my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right at 32, man. So I think I'm due for retirement as well.
All right, you're ready to retire. We can go compete and shoot NRL matches.
I do have some kind of good news. I'm moving my entire. Now you've been in my shop, and you know how I have that back area, and then the front area, and then the office, and all that. I'm moving my entire operation into that back area, like the whole place, because I'm not doing as much work as I used to do, and I'm renting out the whole front side of office, parking lot, like everything. And I'm at like a stone's throw from Boeing. I can't afford to work out of my own building anymore. It's ridiculous. So,
isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So that's a huge step toward retirement for me. And it's great, So I'm gonna move into the back building, and then just kind of play around with it and keep doing what I do, and probably shoot more.
Nice.
I've got 5 more years.
Very cool.
5 more years, and I can retire.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something for a few more years. I don't know what it'll be yet. I need to bump up my whole YouTube game or something. Have some fun.
I just me. I tend to make some videos and yelling and screaming every now and then. I haven't done a good one in a while, but I want to caution people about making YouTube a job. Because, man, you're not in control of that income stream. It's and some people put so much time into it. Man, you could spend that same amount of time starting up a fucking lawn mowing business, and that's in your control.
And make 10 times the money.
It's not as sexy and it's fun, but it's still in your control. And so, man, I know some guys, and I won't mention anybody, but I mean, I know dudes there that are enjoying that monthly money, and they're doing well at it. But man, that shit could come to an end in a hurry.
Instantly, yeah. Yeah, let me go back here. I got a couple questions. The backdrafts, they're somewhat rare, but not rare enough when it happens. Commonwealth Minuteman. Yeah, they do take place. Again, it's a lack of oxygen, and everything is preheated and ready to go. Say like some of the stuff was burning in here, and everything burned, but now we lost the oxygen. So everything's preheated to a very extreme temperature, and the only thing it's lacking is oxygen. So the firefighters or the police officers break the window, right? Now all of a sudden there's instant oxygen when that's all that is needed. Basically, it's an explosion. Heat, fuel, and oxygen in order for a fire to happen. So the only thing that was lacking was the oxygen. Big puff comes in. There's a lot of signs to look for to do it before we start opening stuff up. But that's basically a quick, fast, down and dirty what a backdraft is. Let's see.
I remember that movie.
Yeah.
That's not how any of this works.
Every call they went on was a backdraft, I guess.
Yeah. That's because
it might have been the last movie I ever saw.
Holy hell. Yeah. I know. I used to go to the movies a lot.
20 years ago.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a movie forever.
I think I went to a movie once last year. And that was only because of COVID. I'm calling it last year, which was, I guess, 2020. So
we've got an hour and a half, and then we're going to call this year last year. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Thank God. Put this one in the rear view. Jesus.
I know. Just get rid of it. Delete.
Control, Alt, Delete.
Exactly. Just the whole year. Like it never happened.
365 days of bad road.
That's right.
Wait a minute now. The first part of the year wasn't that bad, was it? Didn't we have a couple, 3 good months?
Yeah, we had till March.
I had a rough start to 2020 myself, so it just hasn't gotten any better.
Okay, but I mean, we were going into competition season like full strength. Like we were just every match on the planet. And 2 months, no matches. Holy shit! My whole world's come to an end. But,
wow.
Good Morning Vietnam was Todd Schmidt's last movie I think he went to.
Damn, he got me beat.
Yep.
Oh, and Daniel, I did finally see the first John Wick movie. I do a section match, and buddy I travel with, he wanted to take my mind off like stuff, and forced me to watch that movie. And I got after that I did and all the shit talking I did about Hollywood and movies. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna take back everything I said about Hollywood because there's still a bunch of liberal fucks, but the movie itself was all right.
There's some good shooting in that movie.
The story was better than I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Like you felt sorry for the dude and you wanted to see him like really fuck everybody up. So that was my favorite thing, was just the story. Like I knew he was going to shoot and kill everybody. I already knew that. But it was a good story.
They killed his dog, dude.
Right. I get that.
What would you do?
I would murder every single one of them.
Same shit.
And you knew he was going to live because you watched one and there was already the third one was out.
Right. Yeah, I already had an insight into the fact that he was going to pull that shit off.
You know what? I'm not going to worry about him. I think he's going to be just fine. Let's watch the popcorn.
Yeah. But I haven't seen 2 or 3, and then the next match we traveled to major, I guess, was Georgia State, and he got me to watch like Mad Max and some other crazy shit. I'm like, I was like, fuck, dude, I don't want to take my mind off it that bad, I mean, like, this wasn't even fun to watch a few of those he put up, and I said, just forget it. So it was a good attempt.
Oh, that's
I like
the
the John Wick movies. I liked them. I liked them. I own John Wick 3. I like it. I like them all. And in John Wick 3, there's better dogs. I won't ruin it for you, but there you go.
You just like the Halle Berry.
Of course I like Halle. Of course I like Halle Berry.
She's a hot one, that one.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, he told me about her dogs and stuff, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Like I said, I think when I was enjoying that, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to get you sucked into all these movies," and then I was just like the next couple he tried to make me watch, I was on my phone watching YouTube. I was like, I just couldn't get into it.
I put the channel out there. It's called Pop's Quest. I think it's a capital P and a capital Q, right, Rob?
Yeah, Pop's Quest. I mean, if you search me on YouTube, it'll come right up. But I don't think there's another Pop's Quest out there. But Simon Klein, there was a person earlier, and I forgot to respond to them. They were coming to the Charleston area for a couple of weeks. If that person's still out there, yeah. I mean, I'm always up to meet new people, man. Anyway. Yeah, so put another comment in there if they're still in the chat.
Yeah, they're probably out there.
My channel is 100% match videos and commentary and just reviewing competition style crap that I use, not that I ask someone to let me use to make a video, but actual shit that I use. So hey, Papa's Place put the link out there. Look at that. He must have a wrench.
There you go.
There it is. I believe he does.
Skull says Malinois are great service dogs. Okay. Great working dogs. Absolutely.
That's
Wow.
right. Service of eating
Yes,
bad people.
they don't quit.
No.
In case anybody doesn't know, I have a working dog. Okay, I've got a Czech Shepherd, and most amazing animal I've ever had the pleasure of being around was my dog. He's just an amazing animal, great dude. And I play with Malinois. I've been working with working dogs for about 20 years. In one capacity or another, and I don't like. I like Malinois. I admire them. I think they're cool as hell, but they're just not for me. I would never own one. Anybody that can handle a Malinois, you have my undying respect. I just can't deal with them.
Aren't those like it's like a German Shepherd on crack, basically?
No, no, it's like an insane, crazy Tasmanian devil on methamphetamine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's like.
Can you introduce your dog? Is he off work because it's New Year's?
Yeah, he's off work. Let me call him. He's probably up on the couch watching John Wick.
Shit, he's probably watching this show. What are you talking about?
Yeah. He's smart enough.
Timber on YouTube.
Hold on, let me call him. Let me see if he'll show up. Hold on 1 second.
What the hell, Dan?
I had a cop buddy
Here he
had
comes.
one of those dogs.
Come here. Up. Come here. I don't know if he's going to jump up here. Come here.
He's like, you don't like when I do that, Dad.
Exactly. He's trained not to do it. Now I'm asking him to do it.
You're like, this is a test, isn't it? This is some more bad COVID shit going on right now. He's like, can't we just get through the year? No, you're
Attack. Man, yeah, if I told my dog to get up, he'd be like all over my head and everything.
Come here. Come on over here.
Now, what language is he trained in?
He's trained in German, English, and Czech.
Oh, so 3 different languages.
Yeah. We trained him. English, is sit, stay, come, heel. He can do all those things in English. German, I use German because that's what I'm used to using. And some of the other commands for some of the things that we need him to do that we don't want anybody else to be able to tell the dog to do are in Czech.
Okay.
Because not very many people speak Czech.
Yeah, I was going to say that's for some of you guys that aren't familiar with working dogs, they're actually usually trained in a different language so that, if you're the bad guy and you just say, stop, the dog doesn't stop.
Hey, no.
Yeah, my dog is trained in Mandarin.
Seriously?
No.
Come here.
That would be pretty funny, though, right?
There he is.
There he is.
He's a good-looking dog.
There you go, boy.
Wow. Pretty dog.
How much does he weigh?
87 pounds.
87 pounds of pure fury, huh?
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
do you have one of those arm bite things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dog right there.
Yep. He's an integrated part of the security program.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a good dog.
Have you seen that video? There's a guy walking down, I don't know where the hell he's at, Brazil or somewhere, and he has those 2 working dogs. Is it 1 or 2 dogs? And there's like these people trying to attack him.
Yeah, didn't work out well.
You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I've seen it. Those are shepherds.
Yeah, it is cool to watch these dogs work. Like, you are not messing with my dad. It's freaking insane how. And then he just calls him back. Like the one dog is ripping into this dude, and I don't know what he said, but he basically says it, and the dog lets him go, and he's like, it's really cool to watch.
Well, Skoll is out there, and he said he used a Dutch and a Czech back when he worked canine. Okay, now the Czech Shepherd, they're the brutes of the German Shepherd world. They're thick, they're strong, they're usually sable like my guy. They run around. Females run in the mid 70 pounds, and the males can run up to about 90, 95 pounds. Mine's about 87, which is about where I want him. He's thick he's a freight train. And then they run Dutch Shepherds too. Now, here's the deal. A Dutch Shepherd is like a Malinois with a serious meth problem. I don't like those dogs. They're just too much. They're awesome. They're just too much. They're just too much.
I have heard that they are a handful.
Oof. Oh,
There's a guy I know that owns a gun shop down the street. He was a canine officer, and he used to have one of those. And he was like, I would never want to own one of those again. They're a lot of work and a lot of high-strung dog.
they are. I went down, Rob. What's real interesting is I went down to Charleston about 5 years ago to look at a Dutch Shepherd. The guy who trained my dog, he lives in Columbia. His name is Louis Lundy. Most of your canines in that area and your Schutzhund dogs and your IPO dogs in Carolina, Georgia, and in that area were trained by Louis. So I had my dog trained by him. He sent me down there to look at a Dutch Shepherd. I got down there, and we were in downtown Charleston, and I went and met this guy with this dog. He had to give him up for whatever reason, and I was told, oh, he's a great dog. He's this, that, he's chill. He's all, nope, was not chill. Not at all. Nope. Fucker bit me. The first thing he did was he bit me.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, he
Damn.
fucking jumped up. He fucking jumped up and he flanked me right here. He grabbed me right by the flank because I wasn't moving fast enough for him, and I peeled him off. And this is a Dutch Shepherd thing, apparently. I threw him on the ground and I got on top of him and I put my thumbs under here to get him to submit. When they go limp, it's like, okay, you win. I had him on the ground and he starts pushing back up and his head points at me. He's looking me square in the eyes and he's growling at me going, that's just my game. I was like, oh, shit. Dude, come get your dog. We got in the car and we smoked the tires out of there and left.
Wow.
Oh, I'm telling you, I don't like Dutch. I love Dutch Shepherds. I don't love Dutch Shepherds. You know what I mean?
Man, yeah, I've heard those dogs are like a 100-pound freaking Jack Russell Terrier, basically. Just spun out, just fucking all over.
Dutch Shepherds are they're amazing. They're amazing. They're gorgeous. They've got this dark brindley coat. They're just super pretty dogs. And you look at them and you go, oh yeah, that dog ain't playing. They don't play. I love dogs. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. I love my dog. He's good humored shit. He's good all around guy.
I get my dogs from the pound.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
I don't know. I don't know. There might be something wrong with it.
You get to adopt all the issues, huh?
Hey,
It's true. That is true. They do come with some baggage sometimes, but that's okay.
Yeah, you never know. Someone was, I think it was DW, was asking where Biscuit's at. The dogs are all in a kennel right now because the family, they're all in California, and I fly out to work in a few hours, so they're at the kennel for a few days till the family gets back. There it is. There it is. Hey.
oh boy.
Here we go. I'm going to share. I'll do a share screen. Oh, there you go. Hey, boy. Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Dogs are good people, man.
Rob did a video with this dog one time where it did some trick. I can't remember what it was. Was it the shoot thing? Does it play dead? I can't remember. I thought it did something. What was it? It was something.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I was thinking, I don't know. Oh no, it was a high five thing. But
Oh, it was a high five.
yeah, that's not really that good.
Yeah.
Here. I'm gonna do a share screen so people can see a better picture of the dog.
I'll be right back.
There you go.
Nice. Let's do this. Ba-bam.
There he is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good looking. I like his markings.
Yep, he's a sable. He's a red sable. He's a good boy.
Look at those pointy ears.
Oh yeah. All the better to hear you with, my pretty.
He's saying, I hear you. I'm going to eat you now.
Oh yeah, they're a lot of fun. I like it. Well, we've gone on about that long enough.
Thomas was in New York last night. Wow.
Where?
New York. He says, believe it or not, guys, I had a very nice sit-down meal last night in New York.
Thomas, where'd you have dinner?
Very cool. What type are your mutts? I got two I got one poodle that's Rusty, and then two Labrador retrievers, Ruger and Biscuit. Southern names.
I love them. I love the dogs, man. It's amazing. You have a really lousy day at work. You come home and the dog is he doesn't care. He's like, hi, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go outside first and piss all over every tree because I've been holding it for your dumbass to get back.
No. He goes to work. He goes to work with my daughter. He's also service certified. My daughter, she works. She's autistic, and that's her service partner. That's why we had him trained.
Oh, nice.
He's service certified, and he's got his service medallion, and she's certified to handle him in public everywhere. She's a great handler. She's actually a dog trainer, and he's also protection trained, and he's got his obedience. He's got his BH and his IPO1. He's quite a good dog.
Very nice. He's one of them educated dogs.
His college education cost more than my daughter's.
Yeah, I bet. Those dogs are 40, 50 grand, some of them.
Exactly.
They are very expensive. There was a little while my wife wanted to get a dog like that, and I'm like, no. We can't get a dog.
I've got a few shekels tied up into that dog.
Yeah. Yeah, conservative sniper hunter. Yeah, little Rusty. I'm sure you've probably seen him on some videos. He's actually all jacked up right now. It's called what the hell is it called? It's an allergic reaction, and they start licking their leg, or he licked his leg, and it's like a rash thing. All his hair came off, and it was disgusting. So he had to go to the hospital, and they had to put one of them freaking satellite dishes on his head and shit.
The cone of shame.
Yeah, the cone of shame, and they had to give him some antibiotics and some other crap. But yeah, his hair's barely even trying to come back right now. But so he's got one like naked chicken leg. Yeah, he looks like a freaking train wreck right now. He's I feel sorry for him too. He's getting old. He's like, I can't believe I got to walk around with this bullshit gimpy leg thing.
Oh, they're a lot of fun.
Dogs are awesome, man. I grew up with cats. Like my mom always had cats, and so my dad went along with it. And like the minute I moved out, I got a dog. I never looked back.
Well, we've got two cats, okay, and we had the cats before this dog came to the house. And when he came to the house, he was 5.5 pounds of fury. Okay, he was the tiniest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Just imagine him really shrunken down to be about this big. Looked like a teddy bear, right? He was cute as hell, but oh man, was he full of piss and vinegar until he cornered one of those cats. They've had a truce, a peace accord had been signed right there on the spot. All it took was a couple of pokes in the nose with those claws, and now they get along just fine. It's just really funny. It's a comedy show around here with the cats and the dog. It's a lot of fun.
I got a great question for you, Pops. Chris Winsett says, "Are you ready for the 22 match?"
I am ready. You know, my mantra is any match, anywhere, anytime, and I live and die by that. But I like to prepare as much as I can. Unfortunately, I don't know of any way I can prepare. I think I'm as prepared as I can get. I think mentally I need to be able to do the things, make sure the bolt's open when I change positions, or, moving with the gun, be safe, things like that. So in that regard, I think I'm prepared. I've already gone through that. My mind in my head, I'm going to be good like that. As far as I'm going to run the dope they give me and do my part trigger. Done a lot of improving on my trigger work, shooting a red dot pistol for quite a while now. It gives you so much feedback, your trigger feels better. So hopefully I'll do good enough where I won't embarrass guys. That's all I really want to do, not them.
I think you'll be fine. The thing that's gonna kill you the most is the time frame is like that fast. Like you're gonna be all that was 120 seconds. What the hell? Or 90 seconds, or depending on what the stages will be. But
I mean, most of the stages I shoot are less than 20 minutes. So, but what you're talking about is right. I experienced that already in that one match we do. So yeah, I'm ready to not hit all the targets. Like I'm going in there with like some idea that I can hit every target, have time left over. I mean, I'm looking at giving up as much time as I need to get the position that I need, and then hit as I can, and just have. I mean, I could care less about the position at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. Thomas, yeah, he was out here earlier. I don't know if he's still out here or not.
I have not ordered Voodoo yet.
That's right. That's a 2021 order.
That's an awful lot of money to tie up into a 22. But I get it.
Well, it ain't as much as I put in one shotgun to go to multi-gun nationals.
Yeah. Rob does very well at buying good shit. Like he knows what to buy. Like,
yep.
Buy once, cry once. You know.
That's right. We're down the rabbit hole, and he's gonna see it. He's gonna be like, you know what, this is cool as shit. Like you said, should I get a blue one, a gray one, or a black one? It's basically what.
I can't wait to shoot that gun, man. Because that'll really tell me, I think, if I want to, get into that. The problem is, I shoot a pistol every weekend, and I'm really trying to make master class, hopefully this coming year, and carry out. And so I kind of, and that kind of thing might end off of it. So that might be the only thing that keeps me from buying a rifle.
Yeah, no, for sure. The biggest thing is just go have fun, and you will. That I can guarantee.
Yeah,
it'll be good. Have fun.
Yeah, shooting with you guys is always.
Well, the only person you're trying to beat is yourself. That at least for me, right? When I go to a match and I go to shoot, I'm not shooting against anybody. I could care less about anybody else that's there. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's not that I care less about them. I want everybody to do well and have a good time, right? My goal when I go to one of these matches that I go to is I'm shooting against myself. I'm not shooting against the guy next to me. I don't care about him. I'm shooting my match. I have a target that I want to hit. I have goals that I want to achieve for every match. It doesn't matter if I come in first, fifth, or last. It doesn't make any difference. It's how you feel you did, how you improved, what you learned. And I don't win every match I'm in. I do fairly well. I usually place in the top 2 or 3 in these ASI matches. I shoot carbine matches. I that's my game.
Nice.
But I'm shooting against myself. I'm my own worst enemy.
Yep. I totally get it. Like I can have a match and I did well. A few things I did wrong. When you did well, you pat yourself back. When you did wrong, you fix it next time, or you practice it and get better. One thing I've always said about the shooting sport, I don't care who the best person is at discipline. I mean, you it's an endless process. You can always get better. Mm-hmm. Maybe upgrade your gear a little bit, this and that and the other thing. But what you do behind that gun, whatever the gun is, you can always do better. And that's the quest for me. Yeah. That's why I love it. So.
Right. Absolutely.
Aim carefully, Rick. It's so nice having our urinal in the basement. I'm just saying. Especially in the wintertime, trying to run out there and pee. Could be someone. You don't have to deal with that stuff. Wave at the neighbors. Sorry.
Did I tell you about my buddy that had the beer tap that drained into the urinal? Did I tell you about him?
You did. Yes, that's freaking cool. I'm sure it wouldn't pass like health ordinances, but that's pretty badass.
It was multi-purpose, you know.
Oh yeah.
And the tap was way up. Like it wasn't like sitting over to pee where you would.
No, that's smart though, because those taps drip, you know.
Yeah. And plus, you can bleed out a little bit of the warm beer and then get the cold stuff. And then because they had the refrigerator right next to the urinal. So the tap came out the side of the fridge. The keg was in the fridge and the tap would just right over the urinal. So you could go up there and take a piss and then fill up your beer and walk back.
Yep. Yeah, that's a genius move right there.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. They need to do the same thing on a pool. You know, you just little taps at the pool. You just don't even have to get out, kind of deal. You ever seen the little little sign at the pool? It says "Welcome to my ool." EOOL. Notice there's no P. Keep it that way. You ever seen that sign?
I have. Yeah, that's funny.
No, I'm bored out of my skull. You know, there's where I live, we're a little bit more locked down than probably everywhere else, and still yet, and nothing's really happening. No matches, no nothing going on, and the weather has turned to crap. So it's gonna be several more months before we get to go out and shoot. It's gonna suck.
See, that should be illegal.
Okay, so Drew Bradley has a question for me about the fault lines in USPSA. Yeah, you can leave the shooting area. You just can't shoot when you're outside of the shooting area. So, for example, if, say, there's an area that's sort of shaped like maybe a T-shaped, and you can shoot here, and then you can run across and then shoot there. So long as when your foot is in the shooting area and your foot that's out the shooting area is up, then technically you're in the shooting area and you can start shooting. So one of the biggest things you can do is learn how to shoot the minute you come into that shooting area, and also be shooting as you're leaving that shooting area, to minimize your time that you're not shooting, if that makes sense. So that's the rules and that's the strategy.
We call that gun ballet.
And what you have to understand is it's also freestyle shooting. You come up with your own plan. There's no order. It's just you have to shoot every target, and then you get as many points as you can get on those targets versus the amount of time. Some guys will run this way, some guys will run that way. They even have course of fires that say start anywhere inside the shooting.
Oh,
Netflixed.
we got Netflixed.
Netflix strikes again.
Yeah, he was coming in and out there for a little while. Now that it's getting closer to the new year, there's probably more people on their internet and all that stuff as well.
Sounds to me like he's got a house full.
He might, yeah. He's having.
There he is. He's back.
He's back. You did get Netflix for a second, Rob.
Yeah.
You were in the shooting area at the tee, and you did the whole foot out of the thing, and then you said something.
Okay. Yeah. So the idea is that it's freestyle shooting. So if the course of fire says you can start anywhere, then you can literally start anywhere. So you have to come up with your own plan, and the guy with the best plan that creates the shortest amount of time with the most amount of points wins. So that's the strategy. I think his question was, what's the strategy? And that's the strategy. So
yeah, the strategy is to shoot fast and more accurate than everybody else. And that is tough.
Yeah, Drew, we call that gaming. You got to game it sometimes.
What do you call this? Remember that? Remember that match where I stuck my barrel in the mud?
That's called a pole vault.
Exactly. Oh man, that was a fun match. That was a good time. I'm glad you talked us into that because we wouldn't have ended up shooting that if you didn't tell us we were jerks for not doing it.
No, I didn't. I was worried about pressuring you guys, but I really wanted you to do it, and I'm glad y'all did. That was you got to admit, it felt like a big event. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure it was. It was it was the nationals for Florida multi-gun.
Well, no, it was nationals for the whole United States.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess the in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida.
Yeah. No, it was a fun time. It was. It's not as exciting though as shooting a bolt gun.
Yeah.
If it would have been me and Ray and you guys weren't shooting that match, there was a long range precision match down the street about I think it was an hour. We're like, man, we should sneak over to that. We did get to see Bill Shadrick out there though. That was cool.
Yeah,
that hole is still in the ground on that stage. Jeez. Well, put a little plaque there and sign my name on it.
Yeah, put a stake in the ground with a little flag with the Isyour6covered logo on it.
That's right. Yeah, ass over tea kettle there. Hey, I was trying. I was hauling ass and slipping and not doing so well. Oh, that was after a reshoot. Remember that, Rob? I think that was a match I had. Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, you pole vaulted and then got a reshoot. Or you reshoot and then did the pole.
I can't remember now. I'd have to go back to the thing. They put a porta potty over it.
That's funny.
That's how big that hole was. Killing me, Bill.
Yeah, Drew, if you stay in the sport long enough, you learn how to work within the rules and not you bend them, you never break them, and pretty much anyone that does it for any length of time does that. So you look at new shooters and you're like, well, he just gave up a lot of time just by not knowing the rules or how to bend the rules. And then once you're in it long enough, you kind of come alongside everybody else, and then everyone's pretty much on the same footing. It's not like you're doing anything that's, crazy or anything. Everybody does it. So.
Yeah, and if you get a chance, you'll see them walk the stage beforehand, and you're like, oh, you can do that. Or, oh, that's a great idea. Or, oh, that guy's all jacked up. one of the three.
Yeah, and it's a lot of times you'll see guys holding onto a wall, shooting one-handed or something. You're like, oh, I didn't know I could hold onto the wall. Well, in certain cases you can, in certain cases you can't. And that's why I encourage everyone to go to RO to become an RO, because when you go to that RO class, you learn a lot of things that help you be a better shooter as well.
Happy New Year's, Alexander R. Welcome to the show from Germany, everyone. Welcome, Andrew, to the show.
All right.
Yeah, it's if you don't know the rules to the match, I remember a great video was the one you put out the other day, basically saying, well, it didn't say what your hand placement had to be. Like usually it's like this or, down or whatever. And it didn't say anything about having your hand hover over the thing as the timer went off. So
yeah,
the game it all you can,
Yeah, so the start position was just unloaded, gun on table. And there was a big X on this table. And the guy that was running the timer said, you got to put your gun on the X. I said, no, the stage briefing says gun on table. So I moved the gun way over here. And it didn't say hand placement. Everybody started with their hands by the side. Well, I started with my hand like a half inch over the gun. And that was legal. So
Rob has that special power where like he just does this and the gun comes up and he's like,
you still have to shoot the stage, so anyway.
Youth
Andy-
youth and skill will never overcome age and treachery.
That's right. That's right. And you had your site was covered up still for that match, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's going to be covered up this weekend as well. I'm keeping it covered up.
I don't know how you shot those. I actually watched that video, and I'm like, damn, it was basically a hostage in front of the target, but it was only like a little bit of the target. I think it was the head. And I'm like, there's no way I could have pulled that off.
You can. If you force yourself to target focus, it all comes into focus. That's the easiest way I can say it. If you have the tape on the front of the glass and you start to close one eye or you look at the dot, the target disappears. And when the target disappears, you change shit real quickly so you can get back in the game.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's a really cool thing. I don't and I know you don't shoot red dots.
No.
And so it seems like a Jedi mind trick, but it's really not. If you shoot red dots even for a couple months, you'll see what I'm saying. It's just a training aid. That's all it is. And it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I just don't want to go down the rabbit hole. I tried it a few times, and I'm like, nope, I don't want to do this until I just can't see anymore. And it's getting there. I'm having trouble.
I can't shoot a red dot because of the astigmatism I have in my eyes.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad enough. I mean, I wear toric contact lenses that seem to help, but if I'm not wearing my contact lenses for whatever reason, or this pair of contact lenses, I can't shoot red dot.
Yeah, so the tape would actually open your mind a lot to that because
it can't be burst out, right?
Yeah, well, it can, but the beautiful thing is usually you're looking into daylight. So what do? You turn the intensity up. Well, when you put black tape on the front of the glass, you can turn the intensity way down. And the minute you do that, that starburst effect, goes way down.
So you're using kind of a bend and aiming concept, right?
Yeah.
Both eyes superimposing the dot in your mind on the target, and you're just projecting a hit. Okay.
Even on 5-inch steel at 20 yards. And I'm not joking.
No, I've seen it done. It works.
It's legit. It's legit. Trust me.
Takes a lot of practice to get there. A lot to get used to.
Yeah, but it comes along real fast. Let's just put it that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
A 22 with a red dot on it would be a great place to start working on that concept too, I guess. Train your brain.
LW Rhodes out there, welcome to the chat. And Eagle Eye Shooting. If you just showed up, if you snuck in, if you're watching and you haven't typed anything in there, type something below so we can say hi and Happy New Year for sure.
Yeah, and LW Rhodes got a great channel. Y'all check out his channel. He's putting out some great content too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No Jedi stuff. Trust me. And that's the thing. I think people think there's more to it. There's just really not a lot to it.
No, what you've said about it the last couple times that we've talked about it, it makes complete sense. Because every time that I have tried a red dot, I'm fighting to get the right angle for the damn thing to show light. So
Drew asked the same question a lot of people are thinking. You don't have to see through the red dot glass if it's sighted in. So what you're doing is you're using both eyes. And this really is where it doesn't make sense, but I swear to God, it makes sense if you do it and you just pick up a gun and look. And if you focus, if both of your eyes are focused down at the target, all you'll see is the dot in your right eye, and your dominant eye is going to pick up the dot, but you're going to see the target, even though it's blacked out. And that's the crazy, stupid, weird shit that I think is just blowing people's mind, but it just works. Like it literally just works. And and it makes the dot seem more stable because you're not staring at the dot. You're not focusing on the dot. You're not worried about the dot. You're just, when the dot's on the target, you're pulling the trigger, but you're focused down range or on a piece of steel or on a piece of paper or something like that. But when you cover that glass, it forces you to have to target focus in order to see the target. It's so crazy to try to explain to people, but the easiest way is just to do it and try it, and you'll see.
Thanks, Greg Turner. I love that comment. That's great. Little Russia. I've never heard that. That's funny as hell.
Rob, it's the same concept when you're running a low power variable, right? You can run a low power variable, flip up your scope cap, your front scope cap, and try the same thing with a low power variable at close range. It works just fine.
Yep, it's an occluded sight on your non-dominant eye, is basically, or your dominant eye or whatever. But
yeah,
I forget there, and there's guys out there to explain it way better than me. I basically just have to tell people, just try it. Just try it, because you won't understand until you try it and see it. And the minute you see it, you'll be like, oh, shit, that's pretty cool.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Try anything once on a handgun.
And here's the thing. When you've shot iron sights for as long as I have, or as long as a lot of people, you learn to target focus and then front sight focus or sight focus, depending on how you focus. And so a lot of shooting iron sights is going in and out with your eyes, in and out, in and out. If you have to aim at a long target, you have to focus on the sights and then shoot the target. If it's a big paper target, you can target focus and just hose the target. Well, going in and out of focus leads you to transition to a dot to do the same thing. Harder shots, you focus on the dot, and the dot's moving and everything's crazy and you're missing shots and the shit's going everywhere. And then a close target, you're hitting everything. But once you close off that glass, everything is target focused, and then there's no focusing in and out, in and out, in and out. You just have to stay out. You have to stay out.
See, now I always thought the best way to find the red dot was to actually wear a pair of safety glasses and put a dot on it. And then no matter where you looked, you would see that dot, and all you had to do is pull the trigger.
There's your dot.
I could be wrong. Just saying.
I think that might be a little off, but I'm
okay. So how about if you put it in your non-dominant eye, just one nice little red dot, and then you shoot both eyes open, and when you can get the two dots to line up, then you know that you got like super target acquisition, and you can like, see, you guys are thinking this is like crazy, but think about it. Think about it. I'm completely kidding with you.
Yeah, take iron sights, take a piece of tape and tape over the front sight of an iron sight gun, and do the same thing and see what happens. It'll do the same thing. It's crazy. My battery's about to die unless I go get a charger.
I hear you.
Yeah, a lot of guys just shoot irons, and that works. That works too. I mean,
we came up with that. I don't remember who. I think it was you, Rob. Rob said, "Okay, this next 3-gun match, we're all gonna take off our." Was that your dumbass? We're all gonna take it off, and we're gonna shoot irons. Everybody's shooting irons, so we're shooting against everybody, and we're the only dumbasses shooting irons. It was actually enjoyable, but
and how did you do?
The far stuff sucked ass at it. There was this. It was like they planned this shit, but the plate rack that you had to shoot at, like, I don't know, what was it, Rob, 150 or something? It was completely gray, and it was the exact color of the bushes in the background.
They didn't paint it or nothing. I mean, it was horrible.
We're like, you're saying there's a plate rack over there? No, I'm serious. They're all, yeah, it's over there. I'm all, oh, this ought to be interesting.
Sounds like me.
It was a fun match, though. It was really cool.
Sit there. I have to put a low power variable optic on my handgun to shoot that one.
It was horrible. What's the trick to those with extra wide peripherals? Horse blinders. I don't know.
You take toilet paper rolls and you put them on your face, and you just duct tape them to your face.
There you go.
Oh man! All right, how long are you going to keep this going? Do I need to go get a charger or what?
Well, Rick's got to leave for the airport at 3. I think he's just going to stay up all night and catch some Z's on the plane.
Yeah, pretty much. I probably will try to pull off at least midnight Eastern time.
Yeah,
We should all take a 5-minute break.
I agree.
I'll go get a charger then while
I'm going to go get a cup of coffee.
All right, now I'm gonna go get some other stuff too. So we will take a 5-minute break.
All right,
I know people are going, what the hell? But you know what? If we're gonna stay up to a minute, we all need a damn break. All right, and go. right. All right. How many of you guys ran to the pisser? And if you've ran to the pisser and grabbed something to drink, hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah, I got half the neighborhood lighting off fireworks outside, scaring the crap out of the family.
Yeah, I heard some fireworks as well. All right, that was a good little break, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I mean,
Need to have one, yeah. Need to have one of those little like intermission commercial things or something. I guess if I was more talented, I could figure that out.
it's like
Maybe.
Rich does.
Who does?
Rich does those intermissions when he was doing those Wheel of Fortune deal or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah,
Jeopardy.
those are fun actually. Some of those questions are crazy though. You're
Yeah,
like, that can't be the answer.
that was funny.
It is awesome. So I guess half the world's already had their New Year's, I would assume. And
I'm watching it on TV, man. It's like every 10 minutes a new country has another New Year or some shit.
wow. Yeah, I think Hawaii will be last. Australia, maybe? Or did they already have one, I wonder? If anybody knows, let us know down below. I shot left-handed with both eyes open. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how we do, Rob. We need to get Andrew down there and shoot with us somehow. Maybe on the next match.
Depends on where and when.
There you go.
And what kind of match.
What kind of match would you be up to?
3-gun.
I think those are going to be
3-gun.
tough to find this year.
I think so too.
Yeah, CGGR, Carolina 3-gun does almost like nationals. It's more or less base stuff with the cup natural terrain. I just hate the fact that law stuff is dying. You know, like the Clinton House was basically outlaw. That was the most fun 3-gun I shot.
Yeah, that was an amazing time for sure. The matches were big. Well, I would say that place in Florida that maybe Bill's still out there. Whatever that place was that we shot, I think they hold a lot of events there, but I can't remember the name of it. Do you remember?
Universal. Yeah, Universal Shooting Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the match business. Like they put on a match weekend. It's different every weekend, and have the stuff to do it with. You know.
Yeah, it's an amazing place for sure. Can we cover how to signal? Oh, here you go. Drew Bradley. Got a question for you, Andrew. About being shadow banned on the notifications, either being late or not at all.
Okay, so I tried an experiment. You know, what's really funny is when you do a podcast, I'm not subscribed to my own YouTube channel, right? Because why would I be? And I just never tried it. So what I did was I resubscribed to it and I checked it, and I did get the notifications that we went live last night. I wasn't on the podcast last night. My throat was bothering me. I didn't want to participate. But some of that, we are being throttled. I know we're being throttled on YouTube, tremendously throttled. It's unbelievable. Sometimes people get the spinning wheel of death when they go to our podcast, and you're getting that with a lot of conservative talk podcasts. We're demonetized right off the get. But on Rumble, we're kicking ass. And on all the podcast outlets, we're climbing the charts. I mean, we're doing actually very, very well, which is very surprising. We're getting 3,000 to 7,000 individual downloads per episode for something that just started for something that just started in September. We're doing very well. So you know, the Google Podcast, the Apple Music, Podbean, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon. The Amazon, what is that thing called? Audible podcasts were on there. Commonwealth Minuteman. Rumble is go to rumble.com. It's a free speech platform, partially owned by Dan Bongino, that is not censored or throttled. So a lot of conservative voices will go put videos on Rumble, and it works a lot like YouTube. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet.
You can't do a live stream.
Yeah, I've had some of my viewers leave comments and ask me to post my videos on Rumble, and I haven't done that yet.
It's really easy.
Yeah,
really easy. Easy platform. It's young. It's not really mature. It doesn't have the backing of, like, say, Google, so they have all that tech horsepower to go ahead and put it together. But they've done a very, very great job in a very short amount of time. So give them a try. I would establish a channel over there, Rob. I would do it. And just have another outlet for your videos and a place to put them. I think you'll find good success over there. Like, we're making money on Rumble. Like, good money.
yeah. I don't monetize my stuff for the first 500 to 600 views. I'm a weird OG YouTuber. Like, I don't want my core viewers to watch ads, and then after they've been up a while and you got random internet people watching, that's fine. But I'm kind of I'm really weird in the way that I run YouTube. I don't do it to make money. I don't have a pie in the sky. I only make videos that I want to make. And anyway, it's just a different scenario. So for me to put in any more work, like, you know, to make money, like, I just don't care. You know what I mean? So
no, it's not about the money. I don't care about the money. And the money is, I mean, it's not like life-changing money, and it's not like go to a fancy dinner once a week money. It's go to a fancy dinner twice a month money, maybe. We donate all the money to charity that we make. We have a charity that we have picked, and that's what we do. We didn't do this to make money. We did it like Rick. You know, Rick wanted to do this to have fun and to have people and to meet some new people and to get a group of folks here that to share ideas and share experience and knowledge. And what we wanted to do was start a conversation and exercise our right to free speech. Because we see that there's a whole lot of bullshit going on in the world. And I think that somebody needs to tell the truth and teach people, or maybe show people how to think critically and not follow the crowd. Not to be political on this channel, but that's why we did it. And we're having a good time doing it. And the money doesn't mean anything. It's about principle. So that's why we did it. It's fun. It's a good way for old friends to get together and to do something constructive together. My lifelong friends. I've known the two guys that I'm doing this with since, Jesus, 40. We've known each other 47 years. Since we were 3. We used to play together when we were 3. So, you know, it's a great way to stay connected. That's it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And like for me, I'm like, I don't go to bars and do that kind of stuff and try to hang out with my buddies. This is like my bar time, like hang out, have a good time, chat with a bunch of people that, you know, have the same common interest and all that.
I gotta go deal with my neighbors. They're lighting off some heavy duty fireworks outside, and I'm not happy about this.
All right. Give us an update. This should be good.
It's possible that Conservative Sniper Hunter might think that I'm Papa's Place on YouTube, because I don't think he's in here anymore. He's asking this PRS question. But anyway, Pop's Quest is my channel name. But anyway, PRS, I've never done any PRS. So I don't think I'm going to, you know, unless these boys invite me to do one, but they're all wrapped up in 22, which is cool. And we'll see how that goes first.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. And it's going to be the exact same thing, Rob, except you're going to be shooting, you know, 2-3 times as far if you do PRS. Basically the same scope, different cartridge, Everything's the same about it. Positional shooting, that kind of deal. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to.
And really, this will be the first positional shooting I've ever done, because that match I did with, that team sniper thing, whatever that Ray put at Clinton
you
House.
and Sergio, yeah.
I guess it was technically positional shooting, but it was, I don't know. It didn't seem like the same format of PRS matches that I watch on YouTube.
No, it'll be a lot different than that. It's formatted. It'll be a lot different than, because I remember.
I mean, the way they ran that match, it was a lot of fun, though. I have to admit. I mean,
oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. We got actually Bill Sweeney just showed up. He'll be in the same squad as us, so it'll be cool.
Right on. Yeah, I remember seeing his name on practice score.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I don't know if you know this or not, but Ray actually is in a different squad now.
Oh, okay.
His one of the guys, I think it was Mac Eve, that's usually on the channel, watching in the comments section. He for some reason was unable to make it, so there was a spot open. So we ended up, we didn't end up doing anything. Ray ended up putting himself and his daughter Mini-X into that squad, and then one of the people from that squad came over to our squad. So it'll be pretty cool. I
haven't emailed or responded to anything since that we caused all that trouble, and I was just like, whatever it is. I'm good. Whatever.
Yeah. No, we didn't cause any trouble. We just needed to get everybody on the right squad because, because you're borrowing a rifle.
Yeah, I mean,
and it would be no fun for you to just go over in that other squad. We did that when I had to go shoot the PRC challenge by myself and didn't know what the hell I was doing, and there's no point of you having to go through all that.
Yeah, and I've never met this match director, but he seemed like he was a little bit out of shape with the requests and all this and that. So I didn't want to. That's why I told him right away, like, the match and let these boys shoot.
Yeah. No, I didn't want to take. I wasn't going for that shit. Your ass was going. Matt says he can't wait to shoot with us, so that's cool.
What did I tell my neighbors?
Yeah, what'd you tell your neighbors?
In a not so quiet voice, because they went from sparklers and bottle rockets to heavy duty shit. Okay, I'm downstairs. I have a downstairs family room, which has my office on one side. I'm below grade, and I've got a fireplace next to me, and it's so loud, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you still didn't answer. What'd you tell the neighbor?
I told him to cut the shit.
Hey, cut the shit out there, hey?
I yelled, enough. Cut the shit. That's enough. I already called the cops.
There you go. Cool. We'll get to watch that too.
You don't want to see me pissed off. It's not a good thing.
No, but 46 of us want to see you pissed off.
That's a bad thing.
Live with a gun guy.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Get a job.
That's like me putting on a hat cam walking into Walmart. It's a disaster.
Hey, Rob, tell your propane story.
I'll show the short version, but I put my used propane tank in my cart, and I just rolled straight into Walmart all the way into the back, and I'm shopping. I'm getting all this shit. And I pull up to the cash register to check out, and this lady fucking loses her mind. And I was like, I need to trade in this tank, and blah blah blah. She's like, oh my god, you gotta take the store, blah, get out, blow the place up. I'm like, what the are you talking about? We don't allow tanks in the store, and this and that and the other thing. And so she tells me to come follow her, and she takes the tank. She's running to the fucking door. Bitch, you fine. I'm literally yelling at her, run, and then gets to the front door and she puts the thing down, you know, and so I follow her out there, and I come back, and she goes back in the store, and I still have my cart full of all my other shit, and I'm like, and she's still going off the deep end, like I'm a terrorist, the place was gonna blow sky high, and this and that and other thing. And I'm yelling right back at her. I'm like, bitch, you have lost your fucking mind. Just check me out. I don't need the gas, whatever. And so eventually, I guess we calmed down enough to to check out, and they charged me for the propane cylinder. Well, I walk outside, and the used propane tank was still there, and I kicked that shit down the sidewalk towards the cage. I mean, I'm like kicking that thing end over end, and I'm thinking to myself, "Damn, dude, this thing could blow up any minute." And I just kick it down to the place where the dude gives me the new tank, and I got the hell out of there. But everybody in the store was looking at me like, I mean, like the whole store shut down. Like it was like everybody was like, what the hell's going on? And it was funny as shit, actually. But
And that's 7 gallons of empty propane bottle, right? So little do you know that in Walmart they have those little gallon ones, and they're stacked to the hill, right? So inside of Walmart, you got shit, who knows how many gallons of propane sitting in there. So it's like, slow your roll, lady. Right? Like if I go over to the camping section right there, you got like 345 bottles of that shit. So just slow it down. Nobody blew up already. All right, relax.
I've never seen anyone freak out that hard in my whole life.
There's one thing I gotta say, Rob, when Rob goes on a tangent, he'll do a video, right? So he has 2 that are like just the best things ever seen on YouTube. One of them is the coffee. One of them is the coffee one, the Starbucks one, and then the other one is the propane one. They're freaking magic genius videos is what they are. It's him all pissed off because he just had to deal with like a lady that was trying to serve him coffee with the creamer or some shit. I can't remember now. Freaking hilarious. And then the other one is that stupid propane bottle. And he's talking about this lady, and he's still pissed off because it just happened. And he's going over the whole thing, and it's an amazing video. Yeah. It's funny as hell. I might have to rewatch that just to crack up.
Yeah, it's funny as people will come up to me at the range, are like, fucking Starbucks video. Yeah, I'm like, thanks, whatever.
You're world known for your Starbucks video. That's awesome.
Conservative sniper hunter out there. He's worried I'm going to go over the deep end. I'm not going to go over the deep end over some fireworks, but the dog certainly doesn't like it, and I don't like it either. So
I don't know what the video is, Shaggy Rodford, but go to Pop's Quest and type Starbucks in or some shit, and you'll probably
find it. I need a good chuckle. Rick, did you see the video I sent you today?
No. Was it an email or text?
Text. I'll send it later. I'll send it now.
Yeah, if y'all notice, like if you go to your channel and click on videos, it'll only let you go back 10 months, and then you can't scroll down no further.
I noticed that.
Yeah, because a buddy of mine was like, what video are you talking about? And I was actually talking about something legitimate about gun stuff or whatever. And I was going to go take and share the the link, and I'm like, damn, I can't. It only lets you go back 10 months, and I'm just wondering if those older videos are even available on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I got videos on my YouTube channel that have been there for a long time. Some of them I wish they weren't there, but they're there.
There's a way to fix that.
Yeah, there sure is.
Right. Bill Sweeney asked about red dots. I started right about a year ago, and it was a serious struggle for a little while. Now that's all I want to shoot is red dots on pistols anyway.
And you tried out pretty much every model they made.
Yeah, I went deep down the rabbit hole, and I came out looking pretty good. So I'm happy.
I noticed you said you preferred going back to the smaller window now that once you get used to being able to find the dot, you actually prefer the smaller window.
Well, yeah, and that's why I went to the farm today, and I did a lot of training and a little switching around optics and testing different bullets. And man, I got real happy using a smaller window because my index has improved so much. But in the beginning, when you're really struggling with a dot, the bigger window helps a lot.
Yeah, that's where I fail at, is I'm trying to find that stupid ass dot. I keep doing this, looking for it, and I could already shot the target 15 times.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to struggle through that, because now I draw the gun, the dot's there every time, and it perfects your index.
Hey, 45 says he watched a 4-year-old video of mine. What video was it? Let me know. It's probably horrible. I got a lot of videos. I have I think it's like 1,500 or 1,200 videos over the course of like 8 years or something.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's really crazy because I go back. I haven't done it in a while, but it's like, man, I was so much younger. Actually, here, watch this. This was let's see if I can remember how to do this. Green screen. This video, this was like my first little like backdrop. Let me fade this out so you can see it. I showed this the other day when we
Oh
were
my
on
God!
green
You're like a
screen.
baby.
A little baby. Yeah. That was when I was a young, healthy captain. Now I'm a fat, old fire chief. Battalion chief. That is what it is.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to rewatch it. I didn't see it live. But man, I subscribed to your channel when you were doing those cross-country trips from California.
Yeah, that was 7 years, 7 years ago now. 6.5 years I've been here.
Yeah.
If I can get this damn thing off of here now. Let's see, green screen. No, there we go. And now there's old me. Dun, da, da, dun.
Before, after.
That's right. Embrace the suck. Incredible graphic. Yeah, he was watching one of my old IDPA indoor shooting range ones called Just Trying to Get Better.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
They'll
came from
at the P320X5. That's what I shoot in competition, and pretty much put every on top of them. The only problem is everyone's eyes different.
Sorry, guys.
Everyone's eyes likes a dot, and your style of shooting will make you prefer a certain size or brightness of dot. So, I mean, I'll help any way I can, but it's it's really fun when you figure out the right combination.
Yeah, and that's the thing is Rob has gone down the rabbit hole of everything from shooting a tricked out Glock. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on whose wallet we're talking about, but I got him into shooting, competition shooting, quite a few years back, and he's gone full steam ahead and has really rocked it. So the going from kicking his butt to getting my ass kicked every time I shoot with the guys really sucks ass, but he's done well. He's done really well. I think you got a win, at first place, overall first place the other day again?
No, not an overall, but I got a carry optics win. I got second place overall.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been doing well. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's fun when you do good, and like this match coming up this weekend, if it doesn't get rained out, there's some good talent there, and I've got a good chance of, hopefully a top 5, which is cool.
Awesome.
I mean, overall. Well, it looks like we're going to ring here in right here, I guess.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes, 16 minutes or so.
I'd probably have to hang up with you guys and go celebrate with my wife. That'd probably be the best thing for me.
Probably
Yeah,
probably
that
a
would
wise
definitely
maneuver.
be. That would be for sure. Of course, you could always bring her in here and give her a kiss on the camera.
Yeah, I probably won't do that, but thanks.
I'm just kidding. No, if you gotta go, I appreciate hanging out with us, and Happy New Year, Mr. Rob Turbo.
Yeah, man. It's it's shitty a year it's been. It's been a pretty good year,
I got to do a lot of shooting this year. When I was furloughed for like 2 or 3 months, and I think we shot every day. It was actually pretty damn awesome.
Looking back on your year and all the stuff you've done, you've had a pretty damn good year too, man.
I did. I've had the worst year with the whole family thing and the whole moving house thing and all that stuff. But yeah, I had the best year as well. So I guess it evens out. I get a C. I guess I don't know.
Uh,
So it is what it is. But thanks again, Rob, for showing up. I always appreciate it.
yeah, enjoyed it. And Andrew, right?
Yes, sir.
Good meeting you. What's your YouTube channel? What the hell is your YouTube channel? I don't know. We just met tonight.
Yes, sir. My YouTube channel is just junk. It's
Okay.
junk.
Junk.
I don't put anything. There's nothing of value on it, believe me. But if you want to,
you do more podcasts.
yeah, I do more podcast stuff. And we use the Signal 50 podcast for that one.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And everybody, we have a lot of guys, and we have a lot of guys from this that from the past couple times we've mentioned it, they've come on and give us a listen. We've got some listeners that come from overseas too, so it's kind of nice that have come from here.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, we're doing pretty well. We do real well on Rumble, so we're real happy with it. And YouTube is YouTube, just is what it is.
Yeah.
I still got to jump on there one night.
I'd like
Figure
you
it all
to.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you set up if you want to do a podcast. That's easy.
It'd be fun. I've been watching a ton of podcasts. I actually enjoy. I talked about it the other day, but it is thoroughly enjoyable because I've been watching a lot of the Sean Ryan stuff and the Mike Drop, and these are all like ex-Navy SEALs, and they're talking to Navy SEALs, so that's stuff that kind of interests me, and it's just really cool. I enjoy it.
Sean Ryan's an interesting character.
Yeah.
They all are.
All right, boys. Y'all be good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Rob.
Take care.
All right, brother. Y'all be good. Take care.
Bye now.
Take care.
Yeah. So my neighbors are really on my shit list.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Are they done? Or are they still fired?
Well, I went outside and I shouted at them pretty good. They're all done. They are inside, I think, and they are done. They don't want to play with me.
Gotcha.
They don't want to play with me.
I don't know how this guy could be anti-2A. He teaches classes and stuff, but I don't know.
I don't know the guy. I think he's.
At first, I didn't like him. I didn't like him because I guess it was his persona he shows or something. Kind of, it was like that cockiness I didn't like in the beginning. But when he got interviewed by another person, and I got to learn a lot about him, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like he seemed very down to earth, talked about just normal stuff, and I liked him more watching him on a different channel than watching his channel interviewing other guys, actually.
The guy that I tend to really like in the 2A community and the gun community, former military guy, is John Lovell.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
I like John. I like John Lovell's style. I like his enthusiasm. I like the way that he comes across. I think he does a very, very good job.
He does a very, very good job. He
seems like a super nice guy.
Yeah, very nice, very humble.
He's probably a stone cold killer.
And he would be fun to hang out with.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's very knowledgeable.
Oh, absolutely.
But he doesn't have the cockiness. He's more of the comedian style, like fun. Like he can get his stuff across without saying I'm a badass, but I'm sure he is a badass,
I'm sure he is. Show me, don't tell me.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely enjoy. But he doesn't really have a podcast, or I haven't seen anything from him podcast wise, but he has great intros, and the way he does his videos, like I'm like, man, that's amazing. Like my favorite one is where he's with that one guy from NRL or National Rifle Association, NRA, and it teaches in long range stuff. He was a sniper for whoever he was.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, and John's like, okay, well, I need the dope, and he's saying all this stuff, and the target ends up being like 10 yards away or something. That little intro video is just freaking hilarious.
He's funny. He doesn't take himself too seriously. I appreciate him. It's really funny. The guys, I've had the fortune, I guess, to have been able to follow a few of my, my passions in life, and I've turned them into a career. And I got a chance to go to SHOT Show a lot of times. I got a chance to meet an awful lot of people. All the guys that you look up to, that are the old school guys, yeah. I've met them. I've met them. I've hung out with them because reasons. And I just know a lot of these people. I'm not like friendly with them. I'm not friends with them, but I got a chance to spend time with them and talk with them and hang out with them. And it seems like the cream of the crop, the best of the best guys, just the coolest, chillest guys.
Yeah.
They're just, you wouldn't even know. They're just great guys, a lot of them. So So I've really been blessed to be able to meet a lot of these guys that I used to idolize when I was a kid, because I grew up watching them shoot, and it was a lot. It's been a lot of fun. Some of them are gone now.
Yeah. I would like to go to a class before he's out of Vegas. Clint
Smith?
Clint Smith.
He's not out of Vegas. He's up in Oregon. Thunder Ranch.
Yeah, I thought he was out of Vegas.
No.
Oh, see, I would love to go to a class with him. He's like the old timer.
Oh yeah.
It just gives you full on like how it is kind of deal.
He's a curmudgeon. He's a good old fashioned curmudgeon.
Big country. Happy New Year, my friend. Yeah, so it'd be fun. It'd be fun to do that.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, these guys have been doing this stuff for 40, 50 years, and they know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. He's hilarious. Clint Smith is hilarious. Did you see the interview John Lovell did with Clint Smith?
I can't think of it offhand, though. Maybe.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
May 2021 not suck quite so much.
We got 8 minutes. I'm going off of this computer clock. I don't know if it's right or not, but when 8 minutes comes around, it's going to be party time.
Yeah. Got 8 minutes.
2 minutes.
I don't know. Clint Smith's got some, he's got some folksy wisdom, and he's got some stuff, so my backstory is many, many years ago, I took a class, a New York State peace officers course. And the guy that taught it to me was and is one of those old curmudgeons that runs in those circles.
Nice.
Okay. And he was a local guy to me in upstate New York. And we became good friends, and I kept continuing to learn, and I went away and I did the things that I did, and I kept building on what he taught me, and we became very, very good friends. Turns out we're coattail relatives. We find this out 20 years into our friendship.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. His grandmother was my great grandmother's sister.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. We found this out. Just kind of it was kind of cool. So he turns out that he teaches with like Dave Spalding and those guys in the law enforcement circle, and they are considered to be top tier guys in their field teaching law enforcement. And I've taken all of my I took a lot of classes from them. So that's how I learned from the old curmudgeons.
Yeah, see, and I think the biggest thing is for many years, and I know there was little things that had happened, but our special forces, we had a lot of guys that were in these teams, but for the most part, there wasn't a ton of crazy stuff going on for years and years and years, right? And those were our best of our best.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that trained the hardest, had the most money put into them with the best gear and all that stuff. And now looking forward, you have these young kids. I guess we can call them kids, right? We're 50 years old. These kids have went off to battle,
mm-hmm.
and they've gone, 8 tours and X amount of tours.
Yeah.
And these guys have seen so much experience that even a lot of the old timers never saw. So their ability to teach in certain environments of tactics and strategies,
mm-hmm.
Like kicking doors and all that stuff that they did for all those tours. Like, it's amazing how much, because there's so much shit in the world going on right now, they've gained so much more experience than the previous people.
It's different experience. Okay. These guys teach, what they teach is great. It's fantastic stuff. Don't get me wrong. And they know way more than I do. They know way more than I do. They know way more than any civilian should know. They just do. Their tactics, training, and protocol are much different than the people that I learned from. The guys I learned from are old police, firearms instructors, gunfighters. I mean, these are on the street gunfighters, right? So it's much different. The stuff that they bring to the table is a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different level, right? And these are young kids. You're right. They're young kids. They're 34 years old. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is even in the military, and I'm not even talking about special operations of any sort, you have like 18, 19-year-olds, like 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds flying or like driving or whatever you call moving a boat, millions and millions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
The responsibility.
Yeah.
And you're just like, holy shit. Like, this guy's flying a plane X, and this thing costs however many millions of dollars.
$1 billion plane.
Yeah, it's like, wow, the responsibility. I mean,
it's insane. Hey, what's the difference? When I was 19 years old, I was driving $1 million fire trucks down the road.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's just crazy though. $1 million fire trucks. Okay, we're talking millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Okay, put things into context, right?
Yeah, it's like, holy shit, this guy one oopsie, and I don't know, it's cool. It's just cool how much stuff they've been able to see over the years.
It's unbelievable what these kids have seen. Where I'm coming from is a lot of these guys, the way that they teach and the things that they teach may not necessarily be applicable to the average guy on the street situation, right? Okay. Like, one of the guys that does teach, who was a former operator guy, is Frank Proctor. He was former Army, I believe. And he teaches performance shooting. And if you watch the way he shoots, he's trying to teach you how to be efficient in what you're doing. And he's just teaching you fundamentals on how to shoot, not what, when, why, and how. Okay. And it's that kind of stuff that's really cool. He's a lot like a John Lovell. Okay. He teaches performance shooting. John Lovell's cool. But these hardcore operator guys that teach these classes, not an operator, man. I would love to take some of their classes to learn a little bit more, but I don't know. It's just not applicable to my world, you know?
Yeah, it's something that, well, you're hoping you never have to use, right? No, I just think it's so crazy how, like, I guess from being, my age and thinking about all the different teams of special force style people out there, and there was people that were doing stuff, but not to such a level where everybody's getting a chance to like be on their damn 8th tour kind of thing. Like,
It's insane.
yeah, I don't know, it's just crazy. The so those podcasts, I guess, getting back to what we were talking about, the podcasts really open your eyes up to, holy shit, these poor people. There's a guy that's on here all the time. I don't want to mention his name. I had a chance to, I met him a few times, had lunch with him a couple times, and he's on here quite a bit. I haven't seen him on here tonight. He is a freaking straight up freaking war hero. You'll never know who it is, but he's ran over freaking, he's been blown up, and like really got hurt. They patched him all together, and then he's been shot quite a few times. But it's just amazing that these kids went out, and he's not a kid anymore, but it's just the shit these guys went through is just freaking amazing.
It is. I
Oh yeah, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, everybody. Sorry, we got on a tangent.
Yeah, well, you know what? These young kids that signed up to go overseas after September 11th, and they're the instrument of my revenge, right? I was a fireman in upstate New York. Okay.
Yeah.
Chief Ray Downey was a friend of mine, and he was like the second guy killed on September 11th.
Yeah, he was a master rescuer.
Ray Downey was my hero. I trained with Ray Downey.
That's cool.
A number of times. It was cool. And I was honored to be able to know him on a personal basis. When I found out he died, I fell apart, and I was very, very pissed. And I'm still pissed. And these young kids that have signed on the dotted line to go do their thing, to go be the instrument of my revenge, I have I have nothing but respect for. And I've spent the last, 12 or 13 years working the MRAP program to make sure that these guys have the equipment that they needed to do their job and come home in one piece, right? So I brought all the armor, all the glass, all the armor, all the hulls, all the kits to Oshkosh and Navistar to build all of those vehicles. That all came from Israel. And I brought it all over here. I helped bring it here. So I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah.
And I can hear gunshots. You might be able to hear them in the mic.
Yeah, I hear him.
Can you hear him? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's because of the headset or what. I'm like, holy shit, I can hear gunshots. But Ray, he was part of the rescue group. Like, he was the godfather of rescue, as far as I believe, right?
Ray Downey, Chief Downey, he was instrumental in modernizing rescue techniques and training, and fire attack. He was the man. Ray Downey was the man. I went down to New York City to Ground Zero for the first time since September 11th, or actually September 13th, 2001. I was there for the first time since then. And I went to the memorial, and I was walking around the holes, where the footprints were, and I found Ray Downey's name, and I just sat there and I cried.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a very emotional thing, and you look at all those names, and it's hard to deal with.
Yeah, I've showed it a couple times on our wall at fire station. Actually, at 2 fire stations, we have the banner with everybody's name, the 343 that died in their position, and that's the reason why I always have this band on. This band is not only for them and all the other firefighters and police officers and military, but it's a memorial that I got from Arlington. Now, I'm on my 10th one already. They break. I actually had to make this one work, and I only have one left. So if somebody gets to Arlington, they sell these in the shop, and they're like $5. Grab some, and I'll send you some money because I need a new one. It says, I don't remember what this one says anymore. They all said the same thing, like "We'll never forget" or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the one I want in black if anybody's out in the area. But yeah, I always wear this in remembrance of everybody. So not just military, not just police or fire. I'll wrap them up together.
Somebody said when you sign on the dotted line, you write a blank check. Yeah, and you know that blank check is your ass, Bill, and people need to understand that, and a lot of people don't, and a lot of these kids that are running around out there, they have no idea what September 11th was. They have no idea what it means. Here we go. Gun guy, do you have any cool manufacturing stories of the Oshkosh Hemet? First of all, I don't work for Oshkosh. Okay. I do supply B-kit armor for the Hemet, one of the Hemets, the Hemet A4. Yeah, so I know a little bit about the Hemets. They're a cool truck.
Now, in comparison to the MRAP, is it bigger or smaller?
Much bigger. It's a high mobility. I can't remember what the HEMTT. I can't remember what the acronym.
Oh, that's an acronym. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Let me see. What's it called?
Hemet. HEMTT. Hemet.
HEMTT.
Yes. It's a big ass truck.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's a fire truck chassis. The crash rescue.
Okay.
They make crash rescue.
Heavy expanded mobility tactical
truck. Right.
Yep.
It's a big ass truck.
155 gallons of fuel. Load capacity rated at 10 short tons.
Yeah.
Used by the U.S. Army and others.
Yes.
And it's got armor as the A kit, B kit.
Yep.
U.S. Army Long-Term Armor Strategy.
LTAS. It's called the LTAS, Long-Term Armor Strategy. A kit, B kit.
409 inches long. Max speed 62 miles an hour.
And it'll go just about anywhere.
Power assisted on front tandem. Yeah, that thing is crazy. It has what? Is it 4 steering wheels in the front?
4 steering tires in the front, yes.
Wow.
Yep. It's all-wheel drive, too. Go anywhere.
Hell yeah. Sounds like fun.
American Iron, boys.
Tim Davis, welcome to the show, buddy. We have hit New Year's. Everything is perfectly fine now. We are in 2021.
Nothing to see here. Everything is fine.
When I go to the airport in like 3 hours, I won't have to wear my mask. I won't have to do any of that crap. It's going to be amazing. Gonna be amazing.
Interesting strategy if you would like to explain for those that don't know.
Strategy on what?
LTAS, the long-term armor strategy. You can look it up on the internet. I'm not going to get into it here. Too hard to explain. It's what the Army. It's the Army's plan to put armor on tactical vehicles long term. It's their armor strategy.
Nice.
What the hell is Wingnut up to here? I have no idea what this guy's up to.
Wingnut, what's up, buddy? He must be having some issues.
Apparently so.
Oh, he says he's effed up for this.
Oh, he's effed up?
He's too effed up for this.
Oh, and something about his neighbor was dead on the porch. I don't know what that's all about. That just doesn't sound good or wholesome.
No, that doesn't sound like a good New Year. Nothing like sitting in jail. Nothing like being in jail on January 1st, 2021.
Yeah.
What'd you do New Year's Eve? I sat in a cell.
Damn it.
Hey, you guys got any ideas if you think the airplane is going to be super busy or super like seats everywhere because it's New Year's Day, January 1st? Do you think There's a lot of
What
people.
airline? What airline are you flying?
There's a lot of
What
people.
airline? What airline are you flying?
Southwest.
I think every seat's probably going to be full. You're not going to get the empty middle seat. Possibly. Where you fly out of?
Charlotte.
You got a ride to get there, don't you?
I got a 2-hour drive.
Well, you're going to have to leave in about a minute, aren't you?
No, I have to leave at 3:30.
Oh.
No.
Why don't you go to bed? Go catch some sleep.
I am. I'm gonna go. I gotta load my crap. Actually, I gotta get my bag ready. Hopefully, everybody had a good time. It's past midnight and everybody's dropping off. They're probably passing out and going to jail. And there's only 29 people watching. We be back. Got to deal with the cops. All right, Wingnut. Hopefully you're safe, buddy. Other than that, everybody have a great night. Andrew, you want to tell these great folks anything before we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, have a happy and safe and prosperous 2021.
There you go.
That's it. I mean, just be good to each other, be good to others, and just do your thing.
Oh, I got Shaggy Reifman's going with seats are going to be empty. God, I hope so. Everybody should be like passed out, hungover and not want to fly on a plane tomorrow is my hope.
Well, I think you should start drinking when you get on the plane.
No, I'm just going to go to sleep. I won't need it.
All right, everybody. Hey, I'm going to punch out of here.
Me too.
Rick, enjoy your last shift. Travel safely. Happy New Year, my friend.
Thanks. Wish
everybody
me a
out there.
safe flight, everybody. I could use it. I need 2 more safe flights. Wish me 2 more safe flights so I can get my ass back home.
Just kind of coast into your retirement, my friend. Hopefully nothing eventful happens over the next couple of days.
I'm hoping so. All right, everybody. Take care.
Be well. Bye-bye, everybody.